We are live. Everybody.
Come on, boys.
Woo!
Oh, Matt,
We
is
got a
fired
show.
up tonight.
Oh,
Look
dude,
at that motherfucker.
I got the cocks on tonight. Cockfighting.
What
Here
a
we
shirt.
go. Here we fucking go. Woo! I am absolutely pumped up tonight. Pumped up. I've still got a little bit left of the good old Johnny Walker gift from last week, so we're just going to go ahead and pour that right in. Oh, boy.
I'm going very hard tonight. I got a little Prosecco here.
Oh, what a
Oh, Jesus.
pussy.
Yeah, right. Whatever. But we've got the match that's going on. If I'm looking over here, I am looking at the latest happenings with the match
lame.
on TNT, on Max, and whatever else it's on. But yeah, we've got some comments around this bad boy. It is going to be part of our show tonight.
Or what?
Oh, God. It's not even close. Not even close. Bryson is carrying Brooks, and Rory's making fucking pots.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, you know.
Golfer HD, he's got battery problems tonight. You hate to see that.
Drink some coffee.
Yep. Buttsy, I took a page out of your book with the sunglasses tonight. It gets bright in the studio. I just felt like it was the right thing to do with the cockfighting shirt from Devro Golf. Everybody.
Well, you legitimately look like a Border Patrol agent right now.
It's comfortable. You do. You do look like, yeah, like, ma'am, you know why I pulled you over? But here's the thing, dude. When you're wearing the shades and somebody's making a long point or whatnot when we're talking and you're staring off into the distance, you don't look like you're staring off into the distance.
It's a really good point. You could get away with a lot of stuff with the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
And I happened to see an interview on social media today where a guy he never takes his sunglasses off anymore. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Let's see how this all plays out on the podcast tonight. Maybe I can get away with some stuff here.
You certainly can, drinking some Johnny Walker.
Some J-Dub.
Woo! J-Dub. Trout Golf versus Maricopa County Sheriff. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, you look like a posse member.
Legit.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this Devro Golf has me feeling a certain kind of way lately.
Shout
I am
out.
pumped up about Devro Golf being our new clothing line in 2025. Didn't you wear that last week? Oh, you had the white one on last week.
White one.
Shake. It's just
That's the black one. Love that.
Yeah, we got a hat here when we get cold mid-app, and this is such a good hoodie. I don't think they had it when we were there, but see if you can see that.
Oh, the Marlboro Devro. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
That is sharp. That is absolutely
cool.
sharp. Brian here makes a great point. Brian Shane, he said, you could be sleeping and we'd never know it. That's absolutely right. I don't know what Butsy's doing. He's turning on his feed, turning off his feed. Shit is starting exactly how the golf match started tonight, where it was just pure awkwardness. It was just an awkward vibe out there. You had David Faraday on the dial. You had on the other end, you had Trevor Immelman, and then you had Charles Barkley. And it was just a whole bunch of awkwardness to start off with.
It's just terrible. Just terrible.
Bryson hit the ball. Bryson hit the ball far. Rory made the putt. Bryson and I make the putt.
Oh, Bryson with the hard lip out. Oh, Bryson.
Oh, are you really?
That's not good. Yeah.
They're going to lose.
I think Bryson just popped a hemorrhoid there after that lip out. You hate to see that.
It is like
Bryson's
32
struggling with
degrees
the,
there, by the way.
He's not a night putter, clearly.
Not a night putter.
Well, he doesn't have his broom out there, so he doesn't have the broom to sweep in the line like he normally would.
Yeah,
I will say this though. The night golf is awesome for TV. Like I like the look of night golf. Looks really
it's
good.
great, except for the fact that it's 31 degrees out there and getting colder.
Oh, do not give these guys excuses.
Fuck. I mean, they've been up all day. They've been probably paid $50 million a piece. Yeah, fuck it. Freeze your ass off a little bit.
I mean, the winners get 10 million crypto.
A nice little, which could be a lot more than 10 million here in the next 90 days.
They get what? $10 million in what? Do we know what it is?
Crypto.
Bitcoin?
Yeah,
or
no,
some sort of.
it's crypto's own cryptocurrency,
Their own,
crypto.com.
their own asset.
The CRO, I think it is. I don't know.
Which
The
they
crow.
can just that $10 million might turn into 20 in 24
Oh,
hours.
dear Lord, Brooks Koepka just bombed a short one past. Holy shit.
Terrible.
He does not look like he has picked up a golf club all winter long. That is for
No,
damn
he
sure.
absolutely has not. No.
Not a good look for the LIV guys, but we'll get into plenty of this into the show. And before we do, Brian says, thank God these poor players are getting paid. I mean, they're practically homeless, for God's sakes.
Really tough.
It's
Tough
like,
conditions
I
out
heard
there
they
for
were
a player.
sleeping in their cars.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryson has. Did you see Bryson's jacket that he's wearing out there? Absolute embarrassment.
He's out there with a full-on parka.
Yeah.
Well,
And they were ripping him for it too. Absolutely destroying him on the broadcast.
He's that overboard nerdy dude out there, right?
He's the savant. Brooks is the not give a fuck athlete, and the other two guys are just elite fucking golfers.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
Coming from a guy who looks like I eat well lately, Brooks Koepka looks like he's been eating quite well in the offseason.
That guy works out.
Yeah, I know, which is surprising. He's got the big old dad bod.
No, he doesn't need
he's
it.
bulgy now.
He's not shredded. He hasn't been shredded since he played in 2017 in the European Tour. He got real big.
I can relate to that. You work out 6 days a week, but you like the food and the booze, and yeah.
Well, especially the testosterone, that'll do it for you.
Oh man.
We got ourselves a show tonight, everybody. Let's get right into it. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to Pull Hook Golf, the podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cook. Tonight we got the Buttsy. Tonight we've got the PGA Tour insider, Brent Grant. And man, do we have an absolute episode for all of you tonight. This is going to be a wild one. I am locked in. I got my cockfighting shirt on from Devereaux Golf. Got the Devereaux Golf hat, and I've got some what they would call sheriff's shades, and Butsy's looking good with his shades as well. Those are phenomenal there, Butts. And then we got Mr. Brent Grant just absolutely token up with a good old cigar tonight outside on his porch, balcony, whatever the hell it is. But welcome in, gentlemen, and we've got a gem of a show tonight. We've got the tee-off report with Buttsy. That's how we start out now. We've also got the match recap, which is ongoing right now. I have it on, and there's been some hard lips. There's been some hard looks. And there's a lot of shit going on out there on the match. We're going to recap that whole thing. We got the Q School recap that happened last week, and the upcoming PNC Championship, as well as some LIV Golf news to discuss. But before we do get into the show, gentlemen, we've got our sponsors to thank. First of all, Swanee's Golf over here. We've got them to thank, first of all. Utilize promo code PullHookGolf25 at checkout if you want anything from Swanees.co. They've been a great sponsor of ours, and certainly use that promo code PullHookGolf25 before it runs out at the end of the year. However, we have our new partnership with Devereaux Golf, which is what I'm rocking. Butsy's rocking the t-shirt. He's got the hat there as well. And yes, folks, this is a good old Western feel to what I'm wearing tonight. We got the Cocks. They are going at it. They are fighting tonight. Then that's in honor of the match. And then we've got the Devereaux trucker hat. And we've got some shades that we're not going to talk about because they're
Gucci.
Yeah.
Did you slap yourself in the face before you got on here tonight, bro? Are like...
They're Ferragamo.
Fired up.
I am fired up.
I like it.
What? What'd you say? I'm sorry. Did you
Ferragamos.
Okay.
Ferragamo. That's how you know you're from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Favorite omelets? Favorite omelets? Is that what it is? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I have no
Have
idea.
you named
about.
the cocks on your chest there?
This is Tony and this is Jeremiah. So they're going to be getting after it. Now, As we get into this episode, we always like to start off with our main man, the Buttsy, with our tee-off report. And we've been on a train lately of giving great advice. People love the advice last week with the golf trip hangover cure that Buttsy provided. And this week, Buttsy, we've got an even better one for all the people because, you know, over the past couple years, especially since social media has become so big, everybody's got their phones, everybody's recording stuff, and you see these scrambles out there that are absolutely bonkers with these scores. So tonight, I want you to give the audience, Buttsy, your best advice for entering into a scramble and trying to win it.
Oh, God, where do I begin? The best thing you can do entering a scramble to win it is to enter a scramble and don't try to fucking win it. I think that's probably the best advice because if you do win it, you cheated. Everybody knows that. Nobody has ever won a scramble without cheating. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist, especially if there's mulligans in play. I've played in tons of scrambles, and one of the dudes starts the day with 4 mulligans, and now he's on to his 13th mulligan by the 15th hole. Nobody lets the eagle putt not drop. Somebody's always going to make sure it goes in. And it's like, I still got, 2 or 3 left. And then you come in and, and these are grown men cheating their ass off to win $100 golf bag and maybe a dozen Pro V1s. And they come in the restaurant and they get booed off the premises every time. So my advice would be, if you're in it to win a scramble, it's the wrong angle. Don't go out there to win. Have a good time. Know that you didn't cheat and you placed in the top 5. That would be my advice. If you're trying to win a scramble, you're a douchebag. You ain't gonna win unless you cheat. It's like steroids and bodybuilding. Can't be a bodybuilder without taking steroids. You can't win a scramble without cheating. It's fucking science. So that's my advice. Plain and simple.
There you have it, folks. Tee-off report with Buttsy. I mean, that's clean. That is just clean. Don't go into a scramble, folks, and try to win it. That is the bottom line, okay? Or else, what'd you call them? Douchebags.
I mean, there's a lot of other words, right? Like, and for a lot of these guys, they played high school football, and, they'll tell you they would have been in the league if they didn't blow their knee out, even though they're 5'4", 161 pounds. But those are the guys that are out there looking for glory and trying to find it in the corporate scramble. And you are exuding that on the podium when you do win, and everybody knows that you cheated your ass off. There's nothing worse than 4 65-year-old men that can't hardly walk straight that come in with a 39 on 18 holes and they won by 6. So
I saw one the other day. It was 46. They shot 46. Unbelievable. I mean, I just want to shake these guys' hands and be like, man, you shot a 46 out there. That's incredible. But we've all been a part of that scramble group to where like one guy walks up and all of a sudden like hits his putt just casually. And it's like, oh, if that drops, we're counting it. Boom, drops. Well, counting it.
And you may get paired up with guys you don't know that are hell-bent on winning the scramble, and it puts you in a really bad spot. Because maybe you don't want to cheat, but you cannot express that to the group. I mean, you're not going to call out Herb, who's 57, and this is his absolute glory in life is this scramble he plays in once a year. You're not going to walk up to him and say, hey, man, I've been counting, and you don't have any more mulligans left. We got a par there. We got to get out of there. It's time to go. We are not cheaters. So you got to go with it. You're a cheater by proxy. You're a proxy cheater. So, don't be.
The audience loved it.
Winning a scramble is not a point of pride, and it should never be something that people try to do.
Great stuff, Buttsy. Great stuff. Per usual out of you. Let's see if the audience on social media loves that one this coming week. Now, let's get into the match, and it's currently still going on right now. I've had the sound off, so I have no idea what the hell is going on. But I can tell you that I watched all the way through to, I believe, 13 holes of this damn thing, where LIV Golf won 1 hole the entire time. And it has not looked good for Bryson and Brooks. Goes back to what we always talk about with this whole thing, that it's like, man, these off seasons They're tough. They're not easy to all of a sudden jump right back in to being able to play your absolute best golf under pressure. There's a reason why you got to keep your game in shape, and the more tournaments you're playing in. I mean, Brent, you dealt with that at Q School, the second stage, to where you hadn't played competitive golf in months, and all of a sudden it's like, shit, I need to turn it on, and that switch isn't necessarily there. So, I mean, I ask you, Brent, going through that, I mean, is that what we're seeing from Brooks and Bryson right now? It sure looks that way to me.
Oh man, among other things. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about the number one and number two best players in the world, essentially. Certainly, as far as their play this year, they were by far the most successful players on the globe. But other than that, yeah, I mean, Brooks looks like he's not too thrilled to be there. Bryson, as always, is probably taken a little too serious. And to be honest, Bryson spent the last, I don't know, however many months doing YouTube golf. So God knows none of that shit's real. So, now that it's all under the lights, maybe
Brent's coming out firing tonight. Firing. Buttsy, what about you? What's your take on this whole thing?
I don't know. I mean, I wonder if there's anything behind it for them. Even the guys, even Scheffler and Rory, is there anything behind this? Did they have
$10 million of cryptocurrency, my friend?
I know that, but was there any level of competitive want to beat LIV guys? Did that even, or was this all just strictly business? Like, did they go out there really? I mean, look, we could tee it up for whatever. I still want to beat you when we go play, right? So I don't know. Maybe I answered my own question, but I just wonder if there was any animosity on a competitive scale there where they actually wanted to win this and there was something in it from a pride perspective, even though it's a silly ass match, if you will, under the lights in Vegas. I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, think about this, right? So like all four of them are world-class competitors.
Right.
But if you look at it in a certain way, it's not, you can't take away Bryson's year. I mean, he won the US Open and did a great job, although, clearly there were some mishaps from other players down the road, down the stretch there. But as far as Scotty and Rory are concerned, they're at the top of their games. And I don't think Brooks and Bryson have had the same level of competition week in and week out that these guys have. And the bottom line is it wasn't too long ago Scotty had won the Tour Championship and Rory won his 1,800th Dubai Championship. So, I mean, I can guarantee you, even if it's about pride for these guys, the bottom line is two of those guys can put it down whenever, wherever, and the other two can't.
I mean, let me ask you this. Like, unfortunately, I haven't gotten to see it because I'm not willing to pay $200 a month for cable. So call me cheap. But when you're watching it, is there a dramatic difference in where the golf ball is going? Like, is the ball striking off by the other two, and it's far superior over
Brooks
here?
There is, but Brooks is off.
Brooks for sure.
Like, are we seeing equitable shots where they both have putts on every green and somebody's a little closer? I mean, what do we got? Like,
that's about 75% of it from what I saw. I mean, I watched it from minute one, and I'm sure Matt has this as well. I mean, the tough part about this is what you're talking about is these guys have been in Vegas for at least 2 or 3 days. They've been, getting jerked off for that entire time.
Whoa! By who?
What? I mean, literally everybody's like, take a picture of me.
Therapist? Like, what are we talking about here?
Who knows? Figuratively or not, who knows? But the bottom line is they've been given lessons and doing
the PR thing.
Yeah, doing the PR thing for a few days. So it's
you do have to do the PR thing.
Yeah,
so
and they're probably getting paid. Yeah, no, they're probably getting paid a shitload of money. It just so happens that crypto puts up something that could, at the end of the day, be completely worthless. But who knows?
So Brooks right now is 1 down to Scotty Scheffler in the individual match.
There's
and then you've got I haven't seen Bryson and McIlroy yet in terms of where they stand at the moment. Brooks actually just hit a good shot. He's within about 10 feet. He finally hit a good one. I would say
you think that they still tee it up if they were giving away that Hawk Tua token?
Yeah, because they're getting paid millions. They're getting paid millions to show up.
No, but I mean, if you get that Hawk Tua, That is basically $0.
That's well,
so
but who knows? I mean,
they could say you're getting 10 million of these, $0.
Still zero. Yeah.
Oh, well, Scotty hasn't hit yet.
Buttsy, let me ask you. So because I know Matt, you've spent a lot of time in Vegas, and actually, I guess I'll just ask you both. But if it comes down to it, and you're playing against guys that have some sort of animosity, does it matter what you play for? Does it matter?
This is I just don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this a made up animosity? Is there really animosity between PGA Tour and LIV Golf? Is that
not anymore
all made for TV? And these guys at the end of the day still text each other and don't give a fuck? Like, I just don't know.
I mean, we know because of the deal. I mean, at the end of the day, all of these guys are going to be getting millions and millions of dollars to be playing golf, and half the time to just show up. So, I mean, if they're that hung up about Bryson suing the tour and Brooks being kind of an asshole, I don't think any of them really give a shit. I mean, 3 of them are Nike staffers, and the other one is clearly doing great things on his own. So they're probably all pretty secure.
As Truck Golfer mentions here, zero animosity, and it showed. I mean, they were all buddy and just getting along and everything. And there's literally nothing of this whole LIV Golf PGA Tour. They even tried to frame it this way.
It's just cheese. Like, it's just we're all fucking.
It's a money grab.
We're insanely wealthy. Go. Let's put on a show for everybody.
This is a factual money grab.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's put on a fucking show.
But again, right? I mean, like what we said a few weeks ago, it's like, does it really matter? No. Is this going to grow the game? No. It does nothing but attempt to promote the sponsors and the players.
Rory's one up as well, by the way.
There you go. I mean, they're going to win. They're going to. It's attempting to promote Vegas and get more tourism, which is why MGM probably put up 10, 20 million for this.
They want it to be like a fight night, you know.
Yeah.
It's a fight night. Like,
I also love the dynamic that the LIV Golf Twitter crew just would have gone nuts and had they had so many storylines ready to go if Brooks and Bryson won this thing, that it is they're going to be embarrassed at this point. This is this is devastating to the LIV Golf crowd.
What a monumental deed.
Sorry.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Really getting excited with the ketones over there, huh?
Just wait until you mute us. Oh, forgot about that. We didn't do that. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Matt, by the way, you absolutely 100% look like you should be starring in Landman right now.
I love that show. Big fan.
Watched one episode. It was interesting.
I need to have that maybe as an alarm clock in my phone, because I don't think there would be any issues getting out of bed if that fucking
because you're like,
if that came on, I'd be like.
Brian Shane says he's gonna have to start smoking some weed before this podcast.
Oh shit! By the way, how do you love the bullshit creatine conversation between?
Oh,
Rory
Jesus!
By the way,
ridiculous.
Buttsy, what do we know about too many grams of creatine a day? What do we know about that?
Doesn't it go straight to your tits?
No, I think it might have
10
a
grams a day
potential effect. 10's not bad, depending on how much you weigh, but it could. It's not, your kidneys don't like an excess amount of that, I don't think.
Oh, what do we got there?
It's clearing through your kidneys, and if it's not sticking in the body, the kidneys are dealing with it, and it's a lot. You can get.
I mean, the guy's in good shape, so I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing. I just thought it was hilarious that, he's giving creatine advice.
10 grams is pretty solid. Like,
there's nothing else that can be talked about. nothing. There's nothing else that can be talked about.
Dude, it's been so bland and dry in terms of the conversation.
It always is. It was bland and it was even worse with Tiger and Phil. I mean, this
Tiger and Phil might have been the worst.
Yeah. Oh, it was the worst. I mean, they literally said two things to each other. Like, there's no gambling going on between them. Like, as much money as these guys have made, I'd be throwing down $100 for every putt and be like, bitch, I bet you can't make
those two guys are so advanced in their career and have made so much money that they don't even have to do the PR thing anymore. They're just like, I don't really need to even talk to you if I don't want to.
Oh, Brooks just won a hole.
Oh, he's back to even. That's amazing.
No,
but they're down 2 points, right?
He's back to one down, I believe. Yeah, one.
With how many
he's
to play?
back to all square with Scotty Scheffler, and then Rory is 2 up, I believe.
They're 2 points down, right?
Yeah.
So they only need a half.
Well, no. So how this all works is that it's based off of a point system for every 6 holes. So there's 2 points up at stake. If Scotty Scheffler wins, he'll get a point. If Brooks wins, he gets a point. Vice versa and so forth.
But the point is, it's 2.5 points to win the match. Right?
Correct.
That's what I saw. Okay. So in other words, all they got to do is tie.
All they got to do is tie.
Boy, that's just fantastic.
Thank you. That's good.
That's all they got to do. So
you guys can't hear my son, can you?
No.
Fantastic.
But I will just say this.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Trust me.
There was I don't know, there was something I was going to mention from the match early on when we were talking about things that they were talking about and how there really isn't anything to talk about. Just can't figure it out. In the cheek. I got off track.
So hold on. So we've got some comments that were made right during the warm up or some sort of something that happened with regards to some sort of tournament earlier this year. I believe.
I love Rory said, I can't let Bryson do what he did to me again or something like that. And
I can't let him get me again.
I mean, it was damn near scripted. Like, I feel like there was a teleprompter somewhere. I don't know.
Probably.
McElroy's exact words were, I'd like to go up against Bryson and try to get him back for what he did to me at the U.S. Open. And then Bryson quickly replied with, to be fair, you kind of did it to yourself. Yeah. And everybody lost their minds.
Count them 2.
Everybody's like,
my
God. Well, because it's the first time that we've ever seen golfers trash talk, right?
Which is crazy.
This is the very first time that I think we have ever heard, and people are just like, oh my God, this is the craziest thing that has ever been said, the biggest burn ever. And I posted on X and was just put some of those skull death emojis because I'm just like, yeah, that one kind of buried poor Rory. Rory didn't even know how to come back from that. But I love
when he got outdriven by Tiger. It's hilarious.
I loved it that we actually had a little bit of banter. And then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? This might not be that bad for the match. You know, coming into this, they might actually do a little bit of trash talking. You know, Bryson now is a YouTube personality, but you can tell how scripted the YouTube stuff is because of the fact that he's got nothing to say out there. Absolutely nothing. He's not entertaining. Like, this is kind of as boring as you get.
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to the kind of the stuff that we were talking about last week is that, like, how many times are we going to watch something that gets blown out of the water and it's like, oh, it's Grant Horvat against so-and-so or Bryson and John Rahm against so-and-so. And it's like you're seeing all of these guys now playing with these YouTube, all these PGA Tour players playing with YouTube guys.
Brian Jones.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I've had more interesting bowel movements.
What if we brought a little, like, it'd be cool to see a little NBA action. I know it'll never happen. Can you imagine these guys, like, super rivalry, 16 at the Masters, they're waiting to tee off, and we're actually getting some little elbows and, like, shoves on the tee box, like, you know, like, no, get out of the way, dude. Like, or it'd be cool. I don't know.
Dude, my wife works at a law firm, and on Friday night, I was at the office Christmas party, right? For all these lawyers. One of the lawyers comes up to me, one of the big lawyers, and goes, man, wouldn't it be great if we ever got to see like a golf fight? And I'm like, we literally talked about this on the pod like a month ago. Well, I'm like, I would love to see it.
Keegan, that was the closest I've ever seen.
Sort of.
So Keegan, Then
And
you had the little deal with Brooks and Bryson, but the one that was the closest was, if you remember this, Grayson Murray and Kevin Na almost fought on the driving range, and Kevin Na
almost got smashed.
No, but here's the thing. Here's what's crazy.
I don't know.
I said the same thing. I'm like, oh, Grayson's way bigger than he is. He'd kick his ass. And I got schooled on Kevin Na's ability with jujitsu or something. Like he's a black belt in something.
Yeah.
If it ain't jujitsu, then it don't matter.
Pounds.
Grayson had him by like 75 pounds.
He definitely had the weight on him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Big G.
Yeah, rest in peace there, Grayson Murray. Glad you came back into the
So
conversation here.
So the conversation behind the banter.
I remember.
As if golfers don't do that on a normal basis, as if we don't all trash talk all day long. Like,
that's the thing. It's been so frowned upon, I feel like, on the PGA Tour for such a long time, because you got to remember, like back in Arnie's time, it was all about the gentleman's sport. And they carried that on way too long to where it was very stuffy. It's very much as I love Arnold Palmer, like that PGA Tour was super stuffy. Everything was, you had to be perfect, no swearing, no nothing. Now it's loosened up to the point to where, like, if we get some trash talk, because all golfers trash talk on the golf course.
Yes.
I mean, and in the locker room too. Like I've heard that from numerous people.
Now
that guys will kind of give some shots at each other.
There are, but like, and I always come back. It's like my claim to fame when I actually fucking carried that bag out there. There was no trash talk in that group.
Oh God, no. Well, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it in tournament. They don't know each other.
Yeah.
There it is. By the way, Trotty. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be responsible for somebody hitting a bad shot, right? So,
I do.
Well, not on the PGA Tour, I should say. But
I cannot wait for Trot to retire one day and become a course marshal. And that dude is just going to absolutely rail people out there. I can't even wait. It's going to be awesome.
30 seconds behind. Get it up.
Oh, my God.
That'd be hilarious.
Walking up to a lady's ball and throwing it down the fairway for her.
Going into a bunker and be like, you've had enough.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
I'm going to pick it up for you. You got a whole group of guys behind you that are trying to get through here.
I could just picture the guy's like, dude, this isn't my ball. Trot's like, it is now.
It is now.
Keep playing.
It is now.
You see that pinnacle right there? Yeah, that's you.
So I finally figured out what the hell I was going to talk about is how bad Bubba Watson is at being an on-course
he's there
personality.
Oh.
Dude, he's the one that is on course talking about their shots and stuff. And I swear to God, I think somebody once told him, hey, in order to be an on-course golf analyst, you have to speak in a monotone voice. I have never heard Bubba Watson talk like this.
No.
It is so bad, Buttsy. I wish you were watching it and listening to his voice, because you would destroy him and here is the shot. He's going left.
He's not trying to be funny secretly, right?
No, dude. I think he's nervous. I don't think he's had a lot of experience with this.
As hell. And we all know he's got massive anxiety and huge problems anyways.
Why would he even volunteer to do this? That's the thing.
I think he probably got paid.
Paid. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, moving right along.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Bubba is about as interesting as watching my dog lick his balls.
Which that's, I don't know.
Brian, you were bringing some heat tonight. I love this.
Brian has had a
few
few cocktails.
Yeah, love this.
Speaking of cocktails, what you got there, Buttsy?
Oh, that's just a ruby grapefruit little claw. Yeah,
how about some White Claw stock? That's what they should be playing for. He's not playing golf anymore.
Oh, you know what? He did. He got relegated. I don't know if he's on the Range Goats this year as the captain of the team.
I don't think so.
He no play. Told you.
Oh, there you go. Brian just had a pitcher of creatine. That's great stuff.
2,500 grams of creatine. Now I hit it as far as Roy McIlroy.
Oh man, what are some of my other notes here in regards to this match? Yeah,
About how much it doesn't fucking
there's
matter?
nothing great. Oh, the only other thing that I would mention about this whole thing is, okay, we had to shrink the PGA Tour because we talked about daylight being a problem for people to finish.
Yep.
Yet the match can absolutely put up lights and have night golf for this match.
Oh yeah.
But the
I mean,
PGA Tour is
of
like,
course.
nah, guys,
Well,
that is not.
you can't because it changes the playing field. Like it changes all of the circumstances.
So does the weather, though. And
Yeah,
think
but-
about the guys that are finishing late. It's going to be the guys that are happy to still have a tour card.
Yeah.
In the 25 guys that are getting cut.
Weather's one thing because there's a chance that everybody in the field may endure weather. There's not a chance that everybody will endure now having to play at night. It's like they're not going to let the third variable in play. I don't know.
That was well thought out, and that was well said. I mean, we all know that the daylight savings time issue is just a reason for them to make the PGA Tour smaller. The Masters, the par 3 contest under the lights would be electric.
Yeah.
But
Dude, I think the Masters just in general would be electric at night.
what time would they play?
Who knows?
Tee off at 7.
That would be sick. Prime
Play till
time,
1.
all night long.
Can you imagine?
I mean, it's not realistic, but
Do you know how big some of the shadows would be on some of those holes? Like
Oh my
that place
God.
would look insane.
Those trees are fucking
I'm
massive.
talking about like Amen Corner, and as I understand it, it like drops down like a
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
would all be black. Like it would be that course would look insane at night.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like it's amazing because like so Shadow Creek is literally like it's a man-made spot, right? There's no trees like that anywhere else.
No,
in-
it's like
in
Raven and
Vegas.
South Mountain. Like
Yeah,
same kind of deal.
it's they created it to feel like a tree-lined golf course in the middle of a desert, and it's
Yeah,
amazing,
it is.
right? So, I mean, you look at how pure that golf course is, and you're just sitting there going, you're like, man, like, oh, that ball should stop, and then the lights come on, and then you like see how just everything goes away. I mean, the place is just so hilly, and it's just runny, and the place is fucking unbelievable. But anyways, I have a question. I have a question for you guys. This goes back to the grass league. How much time was that on in daylight? I didn't get to watch it. Was it all under the lights? Maddie, do you know?
it was.
It was.
They started at night, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
That must have been kind of chilly, but doesn't matter.
Baseball game, like a baseball game.
I mean,
So what do
Bray,
we-
yeah, I'm starting to get a feel that you are not a fan of the cold.
Dude, I grew up in Hawaii. My blood is very thin. I would be a fan of the cold if I didn't have to play
You got a
golf
lot of
in it.
issues with the cold.
I don't have to play golf in it. And I love the cold. It's great. If I do, it's not fun.
I mean, I was thinking about doing the game tomorrow night at Grass Clippings, but it's gonna be fucking chilly. Like, by the time 11:30 midnight rolls around out there, it's not pleasant.
Matt, do you believe that you would do a better job of how do I put this? Announcing. I want to be politically correct because I don't know the correct term. Is it announcing?
Being a
in the booth?
broadcaster?
A broadcaster. Thank you for the correction. Do you believe that you'd be a good broadcaster?
I don't know. You
think
know,
you
that's a
would be.
skill set
Oh,
that
I
I mean,
think he would be great, dude.
you
He's
have
got a
to-
voice for it.
you could have the voice, but you also have to be able to like describe what you're seeing. So like right now, Rory in front of the creek got a little downhill angle, and he is pitching this to a tight pin. He's got about 5 feet in order to land this.
That's what
So
I'm
this
saying,
is
that's
going to be a
perfect.
tight one.
Like your voice projection, given the moments, it's perfect, dude. You could absolutely do it.
Well, and all he needs is a little bit of Johnny Walker, and all of a sudden it just gets over.
And
It
here's an
starts
idea for you.
flowing.
Here's an idea for you. If you want to go ahead and copy Bob Menery, but be golf specific, you got the voice for it. You should absolutely be doing videos on Instagram, commentating golf videos in how you do it.
Well,
But
let me
like
explain what just happened. Rory just flubbed one, and it is actually rolling backwards. He might actually be further away by the time this ball stops than he was when he pitched this thing.
This isn't good. How far away was he?
He was about 30, 35, 40 feet. He had a creek to pitch it over.
Did not do that well.
On greens that are rolling
did not
a
do well at
15,
all.
It's cold.
He was short-sighted, which I heard, Brent, you have a lot of experience with, and it was incredible just to see that ball just working its way away from the pin.
No, I
We
blow
don't really
it so
have to
far
talk
from
about
the
Q
pin.
school, right?
I wasn't a short-sighted at Q school. That wasn't the problem.
No,
It was when
not
I
you.
got on the
Like I
green.
know there's a
No.
segment tonight. I think I skimmed over the notes, and it just looks like the Filipino tour won everything. And I was like,
The Filipino tour.
Yeah.
That's not Atlanto Griffin won. Here, let's talk about it real quick with the Q school recap since you brought it up.
I don't even know who that is.
I did get a nice little quote from Lanto this morning. I sent him a text and had a nice little conversation with him.
What did he say?
Well, I asked him about, congrats on winning Q school, obviously. And I said, so was Jay there? And he said, yeah. And he said he shook my hand, gave me congratulations, and he looked at him dead square in the face. He goes, yeah, but how many starts am I going to get? Jay had no answer. And
That's
then he
good.
just ignored him the whole time.
Well, I think I could tell him because I followed Harrison Endicott last year, and I think he got about he didn't get a PGA Tour start through the Waste Management Open last year.
What?
He didn't play Tory. He had to play Tory or NM.
No,
right?
no, couldn't get in.
Interesting.
So even though you won Q school, have your PGA Tour card, you're so low on the totem pole that you can barely gain any access into these tournaments.
Lanto Griffin sounds like a church fighter for the UFC.
I do like that name. It's a good name for a UFC fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
Good dude, for sure. I do have big news, though, coming out of the grass clipping scam, since we were talking about it anyways.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Holy shit, guys. I mean,
You're like Roger Dorn from Major League.
Our guy who's not on tonight, today. Todd Dodson is not on right now. He posted this on the Instagram page, and I put, there's not too many pros with a 4 handicap that are out there in the wild nowadays. Yeah. So, come pick me up
on that one.
I'm a free agent. I'm ready to play. Put me in, coach.
He's activated.
It's
Where's
funny.
Buttsy?
Buttsy, our buddy Blaine, actually sent me a message off of the story and goes, hey, man, I know because I played with you in the scramble that you played like a +1 that day. So I feel like.
So they're saying there's a chance.
If you put me on a team, I'm a hell of a team player.
Well, I'm not. I have some info that I'm not going to share with you because it'll be shared with you, but we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, you're such a come on. Let's go. Bring it on.
Butsy's getting in.
No. It's good. It's not for right now. It's good. It'll happen at a later date.
Butsy's
I just
getting
want
his
to
own
grind
team.
the guy's fucking gears a little bit. It's gonna be
Who,
good.
mine? I am the best available free agent that is a 4 handicap. Okay.
People know this, just so you know.
Yeah. I was actually very surprised when got tagged in that post by Todd today.
I wonder when that happened. Did it happen 24 hours after he played with Todd?
He's just trolling you, like not trolling you, but like that's like.
Oh, he's trolling.
All right. You're fucking. Get him out of the bullpen. He's in.
Oh my god, that's fantastic,
dude! If you need a 40-year-old reliever, I'm in.
One of the interesting conversations that I had today, kind of along those lines of like the issues that the Grass League had with the image. The owning of the image of the PGA Tour.
Holy shit!
What happened?
Sorry, Brooks just hammer fucked a putt about 18 feet past. It was only like a 30-foot putt.
Hands are cold.
Hands are very cold.
Oh god!
And again,
that looks like me in Mountain Shadows on a cold morning for sure.
He doesn't have the broom. He doesn't have the his level out there. And
well, he said Brooks.
No, Brooks, not Bryson.
Oh, Brooks. Well, whatever. Brooks, Bryson, same thing. But so as you guys know, the anybody that plays in a Corn Ferry Tour event or gets a PGA Tour card or plays in a section, their image is owned by the PGA Tour. and that's why the PGA Tour players weren't able to play in the grass league, even though obviously there's 100 that live in Phoenix. Did you guys know that the NBA profit shares with the I'd like to take a moment to tell you. I won't tell you. I got something to tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you. Okay, cool.
I mean, that's just good shit, right?
Again, trot, 2-man scramble. You're not shooting. No, I'm not saying that. Dear Lord, he said I played like a +1 because I think we were like 13 under as a scrambled team.
Well,
as a 2-manner, which Buttsy and I mean, Buttsy knows we took on a couple at Mountain Shadows and shot. What did we shoot? 9 under?
God, dude, I don't know. I had her going that day. You did too. It was a good ham and egg.
You made more birdies than me, though. I think you made 5. I made 4, and I think actually it might have been 6 and 5 because I think we bogeyed a hole together.
Yeah, I think we. Yeah, it was like a 12-yard hole.
As a best ball, by the way, not a scramble. That was a best ball.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Well,
for a handicap pro, absolutely it is.
Absolutely.
And there you have it, folks. Par 3 golf. More to come.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Here we go.
And here we go. Back to you, Jim Nance. We're here at the 18th. Holy shit. Brooks just hammer fucked that putt 10 feet past the hole.
That's what I'm saying. You got it.
God. That would be, honestly, you really need to do that shit.
Imagine if everybody watching heard that.
Man.
They will.
I tell you what, it'd be a lot more entertaining than what we have with, fucking Bubba Watson out there. Jesus.
There'd be people going to X, typing out, please, explain what hammer fucked means and, all kinds of Oh, you'd just be great.
Oh, my gosh. That's just fucking terrible.
I mean,
what does hammer fucked mean?
Yeah.
Hashtag Matt Cook. Hashtag.
If we had a good lip out, if we had a good lip out like Bryson, early on in this show, and Bryson lipped out. Holy shit, that ball lipped out faster than a prom dress on prom night.
Oh,
I mean, there's just some things that we can roll with out there.
I would ask Bryson. I want to interview Bryson about other long drivers because I think half those guys are autistic.
He might be. Oh,
Brian just mentioned Beth Dutton wants her pouty mouth back, and I will say this: I did last night. I watched the season finale of
Don't tell me
Yellowstone.
Don't tell me no.
I've never seen that show. Is it good?
Wild,
yeah, fantastic. Don't tell me.
Wild.
I haven't watched it yet.
Wild ending.
Oh well, Kevin Costner.
Well, you got something to look forward to, Brent.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
Yep, that's all you got.
This podcast. That's it.
That's it. That's all you got.
Where are these
all right.
fucking show notes at here? What are we,
dude? That's what I was just wondering. Q
Plus
School.
got work in the morning.
Lanto Griffin wins. He won the 2019 Houston Open, so he isn't a nobody. And he's got 11 top 10 finishes on tour, and he's made 65% of cuts. And my question to you guys, if you made 65% of cuts, would you consider yourself a successful PGA Tour player?
I think you would consider yourself, I'm defining that as you definitely belong out there. Like you're part of the crew. Yeah. Successful, I don't know. I mean, that's subjective, right? But 65% of cuts, why are you at Q School? That's crazy.
That's the other question that I have, right? Okay, did you just miss like 30% of cuts this year? Like 30% of that? I don't know.
You got a C+ in fucking playing tour golf. That's not good enough to pass? I don't know. Not out there. You got to get a B or better.
Oh, it's less about the cuts made, more about what he does on the weekend. And the bottom line is, if you don't finish inside the top 20, it don't mean jack shit.
Based on how it's structured, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
that's why 2019. What we're going on 6 years ago.
Well,
he only gets a 2-year exemption. One of those years was COVID. So if he didn't play well in 2022, 2023, and I don't think he played well this season. you're kind of on the outs. So
Here's a question for you, and I don't want to overstep Brian because he's really getting active in the comments right now.
No, go ahead, Buttsy. You got this.
Could you make 100% of cuts that you started in and not have a tour card?
yes.
That's
Isn't that
insane.
wild? That's wild.
That's insane. I'm gonna put that up on X. I'm gonna be like, fun fact.
Well,
Yeah.
your fact checker there is Pred, and I don't know if
Is that
Brent
true?
is correct here.
Is that 100% true?
No,
If
that
you don't
can't be
finish-
100%
There's no
true.
way.
If you don't finish inside of the top 20,
So
it
you make the
don't
cut, you
mean-
shoot 82 on the weekend every time. You're not keeping your card.
Oh, absolutely not. If you finish dead last in every tournament that you play in and make, I think the number is anywhere from $25,000 to $45,000, and you'll actually drop in FedEx Cup points because everybody ahead of you is making more points than you. I mean, just
So a guy that makes 10% of the cuts but
Mhm.
finishes in the top 20 can fucking smoke you.
Siwoo Kim.
Okay.
Siwoo Kim's entire career was based off of essentially, I think, 1 or 2 wins. And
Real
then
hot for a
before
short
he,
amount of time.
before he won the Players, he missed like 9 out of 10 cuts or whatever it was.
You know what the best part of this night golf is? When they miss it offline, they
Can't
have
see the
no
ball.
clue where these golf balls are going.
You see.
Yeah,
I
and it
just
goes
saw
out of the
too
light.
that
Bye-bye.
Goes out of the light.
That iron that Brooks hit into the shit where Bryson had to hit it out of with feet
Yeah.
in the bunker and actually hit a great shot. Even the spotters didn't even know where it was. Camera guy did, so kudos to that guy.
Yeah, he just hammer fucked that thing, you know?
Hammer fucked it. That's what Devereaux
you
needs
guys
to do.
you guys like
Hammer
that
fuck.
like that term, huh? Good old hammer
Hammer.
fuck.
Yeah, that could be on a shirt, I think, or a hat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely needs to be like number 49. Hammer
Like a
fuck.
swinging hammer. Like
You know,
hammer fuck it in.
his logo.
Love that.
You need to make a logo, but
Buttsy, I think you should draw it up. Let's get
I
some
can
shirts
draw it
out
up.
there.
Yeah.
Let's get some shirts going.
PHFUCKE.
I want to do mid-drift 80s AC Slater football mid-drifts, but golf oriented. So
And
Perfect.
hammer fucked be on the back.
yeah, like the net ones where your nipples stick through it, you know?
Do it. I'm in. So
Not surprising, Brian. So PGA Tour player Michael Kim just recently shared on Twitter
oh,
that in
boy. Don't
2024
start
he
this
spent
shit.
$90K on travel
Don't
and
start
hotels.
this shit. You don't want to have
Oh,
this
dude.
conversation. We'll be here all
I
night
talked
long.
to fucking Patty P about this. He's like, dude, one year, just like, because I had a few bucks, just staying at nicer hotels,
Mhm.
I was like 175 grand in, like, cost just to
Easy.
go and play and all the shit I played in.
Easy.
I'm like,
Well,
what
this is one of the things. And again, you guys can talk if you guys want to go fucking headlong into this, we can.
No.
But
No.
but so how many NBA players do you think there are?
I actually know
400.
There's 563 or something.
700
Okay.
between the NBA and the NBA G League. I think there's 730 players.
All right, that makes sense.
Guess what the minimum salary, guaranteed salary is for the lowest?
$300K.
Yeah,
$75,000 is the guy that is the worst
G
player
League.
Say it
Okay.
again.
that doesn't play. So between the NBA and the G League, the lowest paid player who doesn't play is $75,000. Now that guy doesn't pay for a single flight or hotel or meal or anything like that.
So
He
it's like
also-
300 grand.
Yeah, so I mean, what it ends up coming down to is every single dollar that is made by the NBA, that includes all the money from China and the NBA app, that includes all the TV deals, everything is split 50-50 between the players and the NBA. Every
Well,
single dollar.
they can garner, but they garner that like in viewership and the amount of money
Oh,
that the fans spend on
for sure.
merch. Like it's a whole
For
different business breakdown. So
I'll give you an example. How much do you think Nike pays the NBA?
probably like over $1 billion.
2.
Yeah.
So that's 1 billion to the NBA and 1 billion to the players.
God,
And that
just
goes
quickly,
for every single sponsor.
But we're
quickly
talking about
just looked at what was happening on the match, and I really thought for a second Brooks was taking a piss in the woods, and they just happened to capture him. He is deep into the woods.
Getting hammer fucked.
How do you hit a shot at night out of the woods? Do they bring over a mobile light for you?
Yeah, they got
That's
cameras.
exactly what they're doing.
Really?
They literally have a light that they have repositioned.
Moving it around like.
Yeah, they like spun it around, and now it is
Fucking spotlight
on
golf.
him.
Hey,
This is pretty neat.
Way off topic here. I'm just gonna bring this up for a second because we're talking about light, and I have ADD, so I'm just gonna tell you about this. Did you see this fucking startup that is selling sunlight? Did you see this? Did you see what they're doing? Now that sounds crazy, right? This
Well,
is supposedly going to be, they've already tested this with a high altitude balloon. But what they're going to do, they're trying to get enough money on Kickstarter to launch fucking satellites with mirrors on them into outer space. And you have an app. And if you want to fucking light a baseball field for 3 hours, you go on the app and you swipe and you pay your fucking $1,000 or whatever it is, or for your buddies to play golf, and it will light whatever
redirected sunlight.
Yes, they're redirecting sunlight to where you're at on Earth, even when it's dark. Now, I don't think it's ever going to hold any water, but anyways, I just thought
That's
about
a
that.
big ass. They got to have that a big ass mirror in order to do
Can
that.
you? Well, no, you don't really need a big ass mirror. Not when you're up there.
You know, no,
But
that's okay.
can you imagine the implications? Like PGA Tour is like they're no longer.
You could just light up a whole golf course without having to deal with any of this.
100%, and the homes wouldn't be affected around it. You just light up the golf course.
Like in Alaska in the middle of winter, they can get sunlight. It's incredible.
We should try it at Palm
Yeah,
Brook.
let's try it at Palm Brook. Let's get a bunch of people together, pitch in some money, and try this Kickstarter out. But Brian also asks here, what percentage do the players on the PGA Tour get of the TV rights deal? Is it below 50%?
We don't get any money. We don't get any money.
I don't think they get a dollar
PGA
of
Tour.
it.
Oh,
There is no guaranteed percentage.
No.
that was one of
You
the
get
reasons
paid
Phil was so pissed off about his legacy and everything on the PGA Tour, because he wasn't making money off of his likeness out there.
Do you get paid based on your airtime though? If you're in the top 10 and they're showing you like all of Sunday, are you getting paid? Your sponsors
I wonder
are
if
paying
that
you
was
for
part of Pip. If Pip, because you got some guys like Brian Harmon wasn't big on social media, wasn't a personality, but he was on the 2023 Pip list after he won the Open Championship. And so he had a lot of TV time. So I'm sure that played a part.
Yeah, I mean the PIP simply was a way to keep guys from going to the LIV Tour. And if you played well enough and were Ricky Fowler, basically, or Tiger Woods, you got on that list as sort of a nice little thank you at the end of the year. And instead of redirecting $300 million to the entire membership,
I know it's true that there is Brent knows this, but there is a pension. I think you have to be out there for a certain amount of time.
5 years,
right?
5 consecutive years.
5 years.
Yeah, because that was one of the big considerations Pat had to make of giving that up to go over to LIV.
And it's based on, it's like Social Security, right? It's like based on what you earned, right?
Yep.
And it's actually what you defer. So there's you can defer X amount per year, and then they've got like 3 different plans, and there's the FedEx
and they invest it for you and all that.
Yeah, there's 3 different ones, but I mean, I'll give you an example.
Charles Schwab.
Yeah, so Garrigus is one of my good buddies.
Great
his
bass fisherman.
Phenomenal. The fish was this big. The amazing thing is he's probably got anywhere from, I think it's something like 10 to 15 million in his account
from what he's done.
Correct.
And,
no,
I'm
sorry, not 10 to, I'm sorry, not 10 to 15. It's 5 million.
But you're saying he had the choice to, just like you pick when you work for somebody, like, I want to put this much into retirement.
Correct.
Okay. So it's just like a job.
Yeah, it's almost identical. Ours is better because there's obviously multiple companies pitching in and matching and stuff. But the actual numbers are kind of crazy. I mean, a guy like Fred Couples, for example, his retirement's amazing, even though he didn't necessarily play in the FedEx Cup. But a guy like Vijay Singh, his retirement is a fucking joke. It's unbelievable. $75,000, by the way.
Okay.
And Bryson had pull hooked one, deep into the trees as well. So both Brooks and Bryson just had to pitch out. So it looks like both of them are going to head to 2 down in their matches with 2 to play, which means it'll be over.
How amazing.
But Twitter's going wild right now, apparently, according to the match on TNT. And Twitter is saying that get your brooms ready because the PGA Tour is sweeping this shit.
Oh, well, it's amazing. Oh, how fucking original
So
that
they're
shit
playing
is.
it up a little.
Listen,
They're playing it up a little.
Are you
I
fucking
mean,
those guys? The only reason why you would tweet hashtag the fucking showdown
match?
is so
The match.
hashtagging the showdown is so they get shown on TV. That's it.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Hey, you know what? Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the fans that are really being entertained by this. Not anybody that's ever played golf at any sort of high level.
Let's get
Moving
into
on.
something here, which is from Jay Monahan's announcement. Did you guys see this?
I got the email this morning of the whole deal. Yeah.
So you got the whole deal. He put out a video of what's coming, right? So first of all, there is going to be a CEO search for the PGA Tour, which one of our followers on X threw out there that, well, Jay Monahan is the commissioner. It's not a replacement for him. That wasn't really where I was going with it or where Jay was going with it.
Not at all.
Back in March, Jay Monahan was made the CEO of PGA Tour Enterprises. So I don't think they're going to bring back in a commissioner per se. I got a feeling based off of that announcement that they're going to bring in a CEO of the PGA Tour. Correct. So one of the crazy things here is that PGA Tour Enterprises is the for-profit business. Then under that umbrella, you have the non-for-profit organization of the PGA Tour. I do not know how that is legal, by the way. No clue whatsoever. It doesn't make sense to have a for-profit company owning a non-for-profit. Don't get it. But that being said,
not to mention the fact that we don't even really know what PGA Tour Enterprises means, what they do, or anything like that. It seems as though that's basically just a way to funnel money into whatever they want to do with the money that they make from the investment.
Well, let's not get our tinfoil hats on quite yet.
Well, name 10 people that work for the PGA Tour Enterprises. I mean,
one of the things that we have been talking about a lot over the past year is the fact that their media and the promotion of players and so forth has been pathetic at best.
For years.
Well,
yeah.
PGA Tour, Buttsy, you'll get interested in this. PGA Tour Studios is opening in 2025. So that is their own media division with offices and their studios and everything. So they're actually going to try, and I have a feeling that this is part of the whole SSG kind of push that, hey, you guys, you really need to have this media aspect behind you because otherwise guys are coming on tour. Nobody knows who they are. All of a sudden they win. Nobody knows who they are. And you guys aren't doing a great job when it comes to promoting these players and so forth. So that being said, that's also why they have that creator group that's going to be a part of creating content and helping them with content moving into 2025. So what do you think about that?
The media production side of this was in the plans. It's been in the plans for years. So the SSG component of it, it comes in after when they started building it, had the plans for it, and the idea was that they just simply wanted to bring all of the media under one roof. That's all they wanted to do, and I can guarantee you that it's not in hopes that they'll be able to tell more stories, because I can guarantee you they don't know that. And then as far as the media or social media influencer side of this, that is like something that somebody basically thought up in a room 5 seconds ago. It's like, oh, well, maybe we need to bring these people in. Maybe they know what they're doing. And then they brought in people that basically have no ability whatsoever to actually play golf and yet, but know about social media.
Or to actually market.
Well, yeah, I mean, people think social media influencers are also experts in marketing, and
they're not.
The
They're terrible business people. They have no idea, like outside of, and I only say that because I've lived in that world for a fucking decade.
Yeah, and we all know those people. It's not like we don't have personal experience with every single one of their creators. By the way, they've got a tour with a shitload of creators that if they just gave them, I don't know, 10 shots per week, they could actually sponsor them, get sponsors, grow fan bases, and do all of these things. And it's just something they're incapable of doing, even though every other sport, doesn't do it that way. One of the funniest guys on Twitter, a pro fan, just said it was secretly worship.
Brent, you can't read it under your breath. This is a podcast. You have to read it out loud if you're going to read it.
One of the funniest guys on Twitter.
Wait, who's saying this?
Ryan Shane, Hyper Doodles. One of the funniest guys on Twitter, a pro LIV fan, just said he was secretly wishing for the PGA Tour guys to win since they've been taking so many L's lately. LOL, dude is severely delusional. That's true.
That's I told you they're gonna have a really tough time with like justifying, because they were saying how they were going to destroy and show the world that LIV Golf is better than the PGA Tour. Like, they're the ones that got hyped on this. Everybody else was just kind of like, this thing's gonna suck. This is a money grab. It is what it is. Like, I feel like nobody really on the PGA Tour side was like hyping this up. It really was like, hey, if there's a slight chance in hell that these LIV Golf guys can beat the PGA Tour guys, their year is going to be absolutely made.
Yeah, for sure. Well, because again, right?
Yeah, but what a stupid thing to put on a pedestal for one fucking night. Like,
one night in golf that is literally.
It's not representative of like, yes, we win.
No, nobody gives a shit.
They need to go and
they
hire
should hire
somebody over
I agree.
at a little thing called Happy Madison Productions, the same people that produce the Happy Gilmore franchise, and bring those people over that can add some zest and some fun and actually know how to sell something. Hiring a male influencer off Instagram to consult on what you need to do. I mean, I don't think they're really doing that. I don't think that's actually happening, because you would get this guy in a boardroom, talk to him for 5 minutes, and be like, oh no, I'll just hit stingers and people seem to love it. I think we should have everybody hit stingers.
That's well done, Brian. Well done,
Brian. Yeah, well done. I
give
like
him
that messaging there.
Give him a little button. Come on, give him a little button.
Brian Shane just dropped in there that the Piper Doodles part of his YouTube is because of his daughter. So we're not going to hate on that whatsoever. No. We love that. We applaud that.
Okay, so I guess the question is, what would be
you kind of look like that the assassin right now of the United Healthcare CEO.
Me?
Brent, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? Doesn't he kind of give that a Luigi? Yeah.
Luigi. Oh, Mario.
Not by the way, we're not promoting any of
that guy can go fuck him.
Yeah. Radicalized leftist tard.
Yeah.
It just was funny because I've been seeing a bunch of pictures of him, and all of a sudden you kind of look like him for a moment.
Ooh,
he wishes he
gotta watch my tongue.
So yeah, that's okay. It's all right.
No, I'm gonna get better about this. We're not gonna ruin these fucking.
Anyway, so
I get a little buzz going.
So I mean, guys, like, so they bring in.
Sorry, I teed that one up.
Matt, do we have the list of quote unquote influencers that
Paige Baranek? Yeah. So Paige, Brian.
Well, that makes sense. That actually makes sense, because she doesn't have to do anything.
No, just
she just shows assets. And literally nice enough girl. I mean,
yeah, she can play a little stick too. I've played with her many times. She's fucking really good at golf, like low key, really good. Hits it a long way. Can go out and show out, and yeah.
She's got her moments
have to
for sure.
Say a word, like here's what you're gonna say, but yeah,
you're right. She doesn't have to say a word.
Not a damn thing.
She can just post a picture.
And that's not to discredit her at all.
No,
like, it just is what it is.
Hey, people like what they like. They gotta do what they gotta do. Yeah, but so they've got what? Tisha, they've got George, they've got who do they got?
So they got good, right? And then they've got Barstool with Foreplay. They also have Bob Does Sports is in there, and you've got
Tish. They got them. They've got
who's
George,
the black guy?
Brian Bros.
One-arm
dude.
Yeah, Roger Steele. Sorry. He was in my head. I could picture him. I just couldn't freaking say his name.
Known Roger for a long time, and Roger.
I like Roger. I like Roger.
Gets it. No, he flat out gets it. He's a salesman. Like, he's a salesperson. He's a marketing guy. He understands people. He understands what he's doing. he's really good, and that's why he's attained what he's attained. You know what
So
I mean? Like,
so
I was really impressed with him during the whole Creator Classic.
yeah, no, he's a sharp motherfucker.
So the two or three dozen people that the PGA Tour has employed over the last however many years that are supposed to go out there and sell the players to get them money and to get them out there.
I think they're going to provide ideas of like what works, because here's the thing. Let's be honest about this.
But why not
the
listen
PGA
to the
Tour
players
doesn't have a
themselves?
ton of virality. Like, and it's coming from somebody that studies this stuff. It's like you've got people that are putting out posts that go viral all the time, and they can tell you what it takes in order to get there and what type of media could potentially be created around it. I'm actually okay with them bringing in creators on social media to get a better understanding of what they need to do in order to promote you guys.
Just
it's hard to do that. That's what I'm saying, though.
You know, but I mean, again, right? So we're
on
spending money
personality,
on
like,
things,
it
but we're
doesn't-
spending money on things that are just going to end up right back into the same box, which is, well, we figure out a way for the tour to promote the players that they have. Oh, by the way, they've got 150 of them that they refuse to show on TV. And so what? We're going to go to classes with good teaching us how to be Instagram influencers, even though, oh, by the way, we don't own our own images.
Oh shit,
So,
the match is over. The match is over. They're
surprising.
shaking hands.
Did
Rory
somebody get
and
punched?
Scotty, I believe it's a full sweep. So they have officially won the
sad.
showdown.
Oh, man.
And
Moving
let's
on.
Well,
see.
that means that the PGA Tour is
Is
better
better
than
than
LIV
LIV.
Golf.
Way better. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Hey.
no doubt. It's not even close. Not even close.
Nope, that is a representation, and it is all that people need to say that the PGA Tour is just a better product and it produces better players, and we saw that here tonight.
7th major.
There you go, folks. There you have it. The PGA Tour is, I mean, it's not even remotely close.
Back to the marketing thing. Why don't we just, like, before we go and hire all these people, why don't we just start with some baby steps here? How about we just like in baseball or whatever, how about we show these upcoming prospects? How about we tell their story? Let's just start there, and let's put out the story and who they are, and then find out. You know, you take 10 of them, 2 of them are going to be somewhat cool, and hone in on those motherfuckers and let them represent the upcoming class, and continue to show their journey, because they have a little zest and they have some camera, like they can talk and they're funny. Let's find the next Max Homa that doesn't even have to win fucking 3 majors. Like, show those guys. This isn't that hard. I
No.
just don't understand why
Well,
we
it just goes back to the same argument, right? So they're talking about building players' brands, right? And they said the same thing to us at orientation. They were like, "We're going to build your brand." It's like, why are
They don't know how
you-
to.
But exactly.
Influencers
But
are
why
not
are
real
you
golf.
responsible? But why are you responsible for building my brand? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Whoever's
You're
idea
gonna
was
put
to
me
get-
out there and market me? That's the dumbest
Well,
thing. And
here's
they don't do
the
it.
thing, though, Brent. Technically, a good organization, and when I say that, I look at the UFC, which has to promote and build up these fighters all the time, because you never know when all of a sudden a fighter is going to take a downturn and then they're going to be done, right? Ronda
Absolutely
Rousey,
agree.
look at that one. And they thought, oh my God, the world is crumbling. And then all of a sudden Conor McGregor came into the picture. They built up all these people and gave them the right push in order to turn them into what they became. They were
Phenomenal
a huge
careers.
media arm promoting these fighters. So I disagree with you there. I really think that PGA Tour pros, as soon as you come on tour and you're a new member, they should be boosting the shit out of you.
Oh, they should. I'm saying
from
they
a
don't.
promotional standpoint.
Yeah, I'm saying they
Correct.
don't.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Yeah. They don't. And
That's
they-
what
and
I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
So then we hire a bunch of guys that do fake things with golf that can't break par ever.
It's the most ridiculous thing
And
ever.
it-
Get away
and
from
they're-
the influencers.
And we're gonna what? We're gonna market players as if they're social media influencers. Which, by the
I
way,
think I'm in the minority here. I think it was a smart idea to bring in the creators.
no,
or the
spend
influencers.
spend that money
influencers
on
are the
actually
fucking
marketing the
sideshow
players.
clown of golf. Like,
Okay, so I have a question to both of you on this. I'm going to ask you first, Buttsy. When it comes to them bringing in the influencers, was this kind of a reactionary move because of what LIV Golf was doing on the social media side?
no, I think it's some dumb idiot that's in marketing was like, look what these guys have been able to do, and they're nothing. If we bring them over and at least obtain some sort of brilliance of what they got going on, this will be good for us, and this will coolify the PGA Tour, and we can at least get something from what they're doing to help us be more modern and more relevant on the apps that people use to share this shit, which is Instagram and Twitter and all that other shit. So why don't we go to the experts? But they're not experts. These are people that have garnered a following that happens to be golf for very specific or personality-based reasons. There's no help there to take a huge organization and make it the same way. Like that, you can't apply what somebody that's been chugging beers, and myself included, right? Like, you can't apply what somebody has done and think that the PGA Tour product is going to elevate itself from a marketing perspective and the players that are coming up based on anything that these people have to say. You need to just start from fucking square one and say, let's just try something different from a classical marketing perspective and fucking show who they are. Just show them. Just give them some fucking airtime. And like I said, find the ones just like the PGA Tour's done, but they only do it once these guys have become super successful.
Yes,
correct. They seek
That's
out
the
ones, exactly. They seek out the ones that have personality and are cool and successful, and they ride their fucking jock strap into the sunset. And that's why we only see a few groups on Sunday, and we have no idea who the prospects are and who we should be looking out for. Like, take what you've already done. You already know how to do it. You already know how to market the best players in the game, and do it with the up-and-coming stars that haven't won yet. That's it. Pretty simple. Like, I don't understand why you're bringing all these other fucking idiots in here that, and I can't even imagine these influencers sitting in a boardroom listening to somebody talk real business outside of somebody like Roger Steele, because he is a good businessman and he knows what he's talking about. But I think it's the worst idea ever, and they're going to set themselves back another year or two by even entertaining that. So that's my point.
Brent, on to you.
Yeah, I mean, just to build on that, obviously, I've got my personal reasons as to why, I don't agree with the marketing media side of the PGA Tour and what they've done. Just trying to find the next Tiger Woods. But with that said, I think that it's ridiculous that they have built what they've built, spent the money that they've spent, and basically what this comes down to is they're farming out their players, like a Xander Schauffele, who I believe just played with Good. I think on the LIV side, there are a couple of guys that have played with some of these guys as well. And I'll just be straight up and honest with you. I love you both. You're good friends of mine. So
get the hell out of here.
It doesn't feel this way. I'm going to say that. I said that because this is going to sting. Any fucking time I'm playing with people that are not, high level professionals, if I'm playing it in a setting like on a YouTube thing or whatever, or a pro-am, guess the fuck what? It's a pro-am, which means I'm probably giving direction or lessons or talking some bullshit out the side of my mouth going, yeah, well, where are you from? Yeah, well, whatever. Oh, that was so cool. And there are more people out there watching good playing golf than they are, some random Corn Ferry Tour player. And it's
the reason that is
fucking ridiculous.
That's the only thing that they have to consume.
Yeah,
outside
100%.
of what they see on the weekend.
But the reason is because the PGA Tour has kept all of us down. I mean, think about what they did to Bryson in 2020, right? So when Bryson was doing his channel, right, working out, doing all that stuff during COVID, when none of us were playing, and the PGA Tour told him to shut it down. Like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. The PGA Tour just wants to ride the YouTube golfers wave so they can get viewership ratings up.
Here's the problem. Good for them.
Here's the problem. It's not going to happen because guess what? They're not going to fucking change. They're not going to change how they market and how they view or how viewers view the PGA Tour players on a week in, a week out basis.
I'm going to tell you what they need to do. They used to have something back in the 50s, 60s. They need to bring back, they need to find a sponsor for it, like Shell's Wonderful World of Golf.
Oh my God, Buttsy, I was thinking about that tonight before the match came on because, good Lord, I missed.
And that's their YouTube shit.
Gosh.
I mean,
That's
could
their
you
YouTube
imagine?
shit.
Could you
How
imagine
good
they
would Shell's
actually
Wonderful World of Golf be right
100%.
now?
They back up with what they say, that they want to grow our brands and all that other stuff, and we actually go out and film the stuff
Yeah, we'll
on a
put our
weekly
own
basis,
YouTube shit out
bi-weekly
that's not a
basis,
sanctioned
whatever.
tour event.
Yeah, whatever.
Bring back the
Like, who
skins
gives a
game.
shit?
Bring back
Yeah.
all the shit, like, and put it on YouTube.
It would be so great. I mean, here's the thing. I actually forgot to bring this up earlier. Because when we talk about,
Dude, that is about the most thugged out, autistic looking fucking raging buffalo.
I
look.
got that picture when he took it. By the way, he sent it out.
That was in the bathroom in the clubhouse because I had to go buy a belt because I was the only guy there that had his shirt untucked, and I was like, I'm doing it anyways. There's no fucking rule for this.
Yep. And we matched shirts that week, and it looked quite interesting.
Was it?
And I pulled the sleeve up to show off the Bicepticon. You can see that there. And man, I was just feeling tough right there.
You're working out, running, everything.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
6:14 a.m. with the lights on the range, and Ben was warming up, and I went in and snapped that badass selfie.
What was it? Because you were wearing the badge?
And the badge, yeah, the badge.
I mean, let's talk about this. Plus 0.7, not too shabby. 39. I thought you were older, but that's okay.
Not 40 yet.
That's right. You're a little younger than me. AZ, obviously. I don't know. Can I scroll on this thing? Let's see. Let's scroll down. Oh,
I
here we
made this
go.
thing really fast.
Gold Canyon Golf Resort is your home course. And
Plus size model.
Here we go. Plus size model, amateur professional golfer, loves tacos or lover of tacos, and drinker of Coors lattes.
Beautiful.
That's fantastic stuff out of you.
He made that during the round with Todd Dobson.
That's fantastic.
Did.
No, it actually, that was on there last week too.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually been on there for a long time.
Yeah.
Trout wants to know, when do you
been
turn
a free
40?
agent for a while.
Oh, we got to circles. I need to go
February.
back.
Yeah,
to
I don't
squares
blame him
here.
for saying that because I feel he probably feels like I've been saying I'm not 40 for like 2 years. April.
That's right. So I don't know, guys. Like, think about it. So
I don't want to think.
what would be? Well, no, we're not gonna. We're moving on from that. But what would be the reason why? What would be the reason why you bring these fucking no load influencers that can't break 80 out there, and they're fake golfers? They get people to sign NDAs because they're afraid of losing. I mean, all of this other shit.
Fun and be cool.
Yeah, well, that sounds like some fucking group of people that just got out of college, that just started working for the PGA Tour, that said, you know what would be great? If we just hire the influencers and then we'll just let them decide what we do.
It doesn't speak to a majority of the viewership. It doesn't speak to who's really consuming the product. It's just everybody
normal
looks
golf
at it
fans
like a
don't have
sideshow.
any idea who those fucking people are.
I think we got to go back to just the devastation that these live golf fanatics are feeling right now. Their world is like, world is crushed.
What should it be?
Bryson still won the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but Buttsy, you should have seen some of these tweets heading into the match. Like they were for sure like
100% morons.
Live Golf is going to prove they're the greatest. All this stuff. I mean, it was,
Yeah,
a lot.
This is what's amazing is
2v2.
Oh my God. At
Best ball
32
match, they're
degrees
gonna
in
prove
Vegas. Who gives a shit? Like, oh my God. Here's what's amazing. It's like, how much time do you got to have on your fucking hands to be worrying about this shit? Like, why?
It's not time.
Who fucking cares?
It's you don't have a lot of.
There you go,
lot of
Jimmy.
things
They do
going
need to
on.
hire Todd Dobson for marketing. That would be fucking genius. He needs to be the new PGA Tour CEO. Fuck.
Wow, you just gave Todd a really high position there.
Fuck, he's the CEO of the Grass League. Fuck. Which, by the way, a little tidbit, just so we're clear, the CEO of the PGA Tour still reports to the policy board and the board, so he's not in charge of anything.
Yeah.
0 things.
That's a good clarification there. Buttsy, I feel like you got like something you really want to say, but you're not saying it.
No, I don't.
Butsy's about to have a child. Come on, let's go.
I don't. I just think this we might be participating in this grass league thing. I don't know, and who fucking cares?
After last week's fiasco, it's like Matt and Buttsy of course they're gonna fucking put you
There's
in the
been some people that have multiple people have contacted me since the last episode, and I'm just gonna leave it at
that. I mean, here's the biggest surprise would be if I got into it. I fully expect Buttsy for you to be a part of this. Like,
what if I'm not in? You're in.
Then it makes no sense. I'm not playing in that.
You never know.
No, here's the thing. I'm the kind of guy that I'm a team player. I am. There's no chance that I'm going to go and play in it if you're not playing in it, because first of all, you're a guy that just absolutely deserves to be a part of it.
What if I'm commentating it and you're playing?
I mean, we would have to have a long conversation beforehand, and I would need to know who my teammate is and that they're that much better than you.
Well,
I would not. By
the way, that's not just playing. That's also personality-wise, because that would be fucking boring out there if you got stuck with some random influencer. And let's say you get stuck with Fat Perez. What the fuck are you gonna do then?
Me and Fat are friends. So
I don't appreciate anybody that cheats in golf and then puts it up there.
Well, I'll just say Christmas next week, man. We might get a bombshell next week. Who knows?
Who knew? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Playing and commentating.
But as Trot Golfer is stating, Matt and Buttsy will be playing. I hope this is the announcement, by the way. I hope that on this podcast we get to announce that Matt Cook and Buttsy are going to be playing on a brand new franchise called the Utah Soakers.
Well, I can tell you, I know that that's not happening. I know for a fact that
a lot of people are behind us not being the Utah Soakers.
That's so fucking bad.
But there's some exciting things to come, and Christmas is next week.
You're a terrible liar, by the way. So
I'm not lying. I haven't said anything.
It's fine. Todd just messaged me. He just said what happened. I already know. So,
Brian, once again, you guys need to enter as a team. I even have a team name for you guys ready for it. We are ready for it, Brian. Why don't you share the team name that you would have for Buttsy and I? Which, by the way, you can go and buy a franchise. Like, you got to reach out to the Grass League. You got to make the investment.
$250K. Hammer fuck.
Utah Soakers DBA.
The Hammer fucks.
Beautiful.
I mean, he did. If you want a description of what happened on that putt that Brooks hit earlier, he hammer fucked it. He did. I've been there. I've been there in the cold to where I can't feel my hands, and you hammer fuck it 15 feet past the hole.
He's played against Scotty and Rory with, at Shadow Creek. He was there,
I can always tell.
Yeah, Brooks was. He hit the putt.
Well, I'm saying
I can always tell when you're getting a buzz because you get the fucking acid reflux going. You start going.
I do. You're right. And I still got that damn cough. I hate that you told me that your cough lasted and was lasting for a long time.
It's finally going away, bro. It's been almost.
I had to buy an inhaler over the counter.
Yep, I got one of those.
Ivermectin, boys.
Damn.
Come on.
Oh shit! Trot just threw in there the Harlem Hammer fucks.
The Harlem Hammer.
I'd be all about it.
Oh my God!
Just out there spinning golf balls like this on our finger.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
okay.
terrible.
So Brian's got another good one here, which I've seen this video of Jim Nance greeting fans at Pebble Beach as they play the par 3 7th hole, and he does the commentary as they're on the tee box, as if he would for a CBS broadcast.
Can you recite that for us?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
I don't.
That's a life bogey.
It really is. I mean, I don't think I could properly do.
Moment.
It was a huge moment. You teed it up, and I faded so fast away.
Well,
I ran. I do know of the clip because he even did like a commercial, like read after one of the guys hit his shot. And they're just like, the group of people that they filmed this with were just absolutely eating it up.
See,
It'd be
that's
like-
my point, right? So why don't they do shit like that? We've got great personalities. Why don't we go out during a practice round or something like that with a random group of guys? And so, you know what? At noon on Tuesday, we're going to go out on whatever hole and whatever course that week. And we're going to go out and we're going to do something like that. It's like, you know what? You want to bring the influencers out, bring the influencers out to do shit like that. Like,
We got to bring
some
one of these guys that
comedic
qualified for
thing.
Q School and play with him, and then you could call us the Paraguay Poon Stuffers.
Poontang.
The Paraguay Poon Stuffers. All right.
What the fuck?
All right.
Oh,
Like the Colombian
that.
cokeheads. What the fuck?
cut.
I haven't memorized Jim Nance's stuff to be able to recite
I got
what
to
he
tell
would
you,
do when
Matty,
somebody stands on the tee.
I love that you send
No,
these
that's
show
okay.
notes, and the shows are getting better
But
because
they're getting longer.
we don't talk about the notes at all.
Butsy's got us in one corner and the show notes in another, and he's
I
just
start
like,
Googling shit. I'm like, what the hell's the point in that? We're not going to talk about that.
Let's talk about the PNC Championship.
oh,
and,
can we just skip that, please?
no, this is one of my favorite events of the year. We get to see Charlie Woods.
Oh, Jesus.
And guess what? By the way, you can't shit on this because this is Trot Golfer's last chance
Eighth major.
of getting after Bernard Longer for cheating.
He's not quitting. He's not
Yeah, he
retiring.
may be out there in
He's not retiring.
disguise.
Bernard Longer is not
Bernard is
retiring,
going to be in the PNC Championship. They
I'm
won it
talking about
last year.
Trot.
but he's not retiring from the
I think
championship.
Trot has a ticket to Orlando this week, and he's going to be wearing the shirts.
I mean, it's ridiculous. How do you not go full throttle there? But no,
James,
Bernard Longer.
James has a good one. The Arizona Womb Raiders.
Out of the way, Jimmy. Out of the way, Jimmy.
Oh no, Brian Shane is. Oh, this is going to be
This is
a
gonna be
battle
a thing.
between him and Trot in the YouTube chat here. He says Bernard is not cheating.
Oh, why
too
would
bad.
you say that?
You're gonna get all
That
riled
that's
up.
gonna fire up Trot.
Oh my God, he just punched himself in the chin and threw his beer in the trash. He is ready.
I talked to a high level Champions Tour player, and I asked him specifically if Langer was retiring, and he said no.
And he said no.
He said no. He is not retiring.
No, they're gonna fucking.
Yeah.
That'll be that guy's
He's
funeral.
gonna keep playing
Come on.
because he's gonna keep winning.
No,
Yeah,
no.
they're not going to stop him. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy, all he does is win because he cheats constantly. Now,
Well, hey.
here's the thing: they
That's
won
not
last
the
year
only
by
reason he
2
wins, though.
over the Duvals last year. They won over Double D, Butsy's favorite people. And certainly, if you haven't heard the story on that, you got to go back and research this podcast because Buttsy is not a fan of David Duval for good reasons.
When he was
And
9 years old, he
David Duval is one of my favorite golfers of all time.
Kicked
So
him
it's kind of
straight
this
in the
weird
balls.
dynamic
Wow.
that we have. Just, I never met him.
he's a nice
So
guy.
I just loved his game.
He's a
But
nice
you
doesn't
met
like
him and
fat
you had a
kids, I
terrible
think, is the thing.
experience.
He doesn't like fat kids. That's
He
exactly
just hates fat kids, and
right.
that's
He hates
fine.
kids, puppies, and old
Maybe it's something to do with him having to go to fat camp in the middle of his PGA Tour career
Yeah,
and how it
no.
ruined his
people.
life.
Shots fired.
I think he was one of the first users of Ozempic, like 10 years before it came out.
I
Is
mean,
that guy-
David Duval was a hell of a golfer when he was thick. As soon as he lost the weight, terrible golfer.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
God,
Look
his
it
head
up.
His head looked so fucking weird on his body when he got slim. It looked like one of those, like when you make 3 shots in NBA Jam and you get on fire.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like little body, big fucking. weird
He's on
midget head.
fire.
He had a big midget
Little
head.
man.
Now, this PNC Championship, we get to see Charlie Woods. What do you guys expect? We haven't seen Charlie in a hot minute.
Well, he lost his high school championship by I
The poor
think a
guy
total
can't
of
go
15
anywhere.
shots.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Why do you know
expect
this,
to see-
Brent?
Because there are plenty of junior golfers that play high school golf against him.
Yeah, but
That
why
my
do you
coach
know
coaches.
this? He's on the other coast.
Doesn't matter. They play junior golf all over the world, man.
Yeah, it's rated. It's out there.
Yeah, but his high school team?
Yeah.
AJGA rankings? I don't even
No,
think he's up there.
AJGA, yes, but not his high school team.
Is he in the top 20 of AJGA
It got posted
rankings?
it got posted on like Twitter or whatever it was.
Of course it did.
I'm just saying.
People are obsessed with Charlie Woods, which, by the way, I watch and I'm like, I
don't envy the kid.
Well,
I like to see the father-son dynamic more so than, oh my
That's
God, I'm
fun.
watching Charlie Woods.
Exactly.
they're
100%.
obsessed with Bronny too, and they just nutted themselves because he fucking went 26 points in a G League game. But
30. Drop 30.
see, look, So there you go.
Point proven.
Case in point.
Too much social media, man.
Oh, I know it's there.
No, but think about it. Like Tiger's being a real human being, even though in the boardroom he's a complete cocksucker. But hey,
Wow.
you know,
Wow.
He's been in a lot of boardrooms.
Brent Grant is no longer eligible to play on the PGA Tour, folks.
What did he
bring
say?
it.
What did he
That
say?
means I can play in the grass league. I'm fucking happy about it. Let's go.
So here's the other thing. Greggy Jr., Greg Norman's son, said, if you really want the PNC Championship to pop off, you need to put me and my dad in there against Tiger and Charlie. Play us in the same group. What do you think
Won't
about
happen.
that?
Won't
Of
happen.
course it's not going to happen.
They can't
But
stand each other.
would it be
Tiger
fireworks?
hates Greg Norman.
Yeah, so I don't even think it would be fireworks.
No, God no.
I mean,
Tiger would shut down. He wouldn't say anything, and he would just go out there, and Tiger and Charlie would beat this living dog shit out of him
badly.
badly.
My
think
my
Daly-
poster of Charlie Woods trot has nothing to do with my fandom, okay?
I think the dailies take this one.
The dailies.
The big
Yeah, I
fella.
think they take this one. John too is like he's like
a stud.
becoming a real stud.
Yeah,
can
but
play.
JD's got the knee issues, man. Like he's struggling
He
nowadays.
doesn't even have to
Well,
play.
Tiger's
This
got
kid
the
is
back issue.
stellar.
and the
That's what I'm
legacy.
curious. I'm curious to see Tiger, but I saw him in the TGL sim, and
Whoa.
his swing was looking pretty damn fluid. Looks better than my goddamn swing,
Well,
that's
he
for
can
sure.
make the
Hey,
swing,
you
but if
stop
he has
that.
to walk to another bay at the TGL, it's over.
Yeah, if he's got to move one step, it's a problem.
Oh God! And this was the other thing that I saw with that video. Do you guys like the tucked in hoodie? This is becoming a golf thing all of a sudden.
What did
That's
you
the-
just say?
How do you
Yeah.
even do that? How
What?
do you do it?
Tiger was the first one, and then Colin Morikawa with LAGC. They have like an LAGC hoodie, and it's like thin material, and he tucked it in too.
Tucking in a fucking hoodie, that'd be like wearing a Santa costume.
It's definitely not like having cocks on your shirt. That's for
Exactly.
sure.
Give yourself an applause for that one. That's fucking spot on.
You got to keep it classy.
Come on, baby. Cock fighting. Hammer
Devereaux
fucking.
Golf, baby.
Let's go.
Cocks.
Devereaux Golf would never. I can't say this for certain. They would never make a hoodie that you would want to tuck in.
What the fuck does that even mean? What kind of hoodie are we talking about?
Dude,
A
I've never
hoodie.
tucked.
Shirt with a
I
hood on
have
it?
never tucked in a hoodie.
The hoodie by and that this goes back. Tiger has a long lineage of being poorly dressed. I don't know if anybody knows this. Have you ever watched him like in the early 2000s when he would show up at parties with like Jinkos with a gator belt on tucked in with like the guy looks ridiculous off the golf course. He has never he's never listened to a stylist in his life. He looks fucking weird everywhere he goes. Tucking in the hoodie makes sense because he probably didn't realize like that you're not supposed to. Like it's nothing like he's trying to do.
Is it some super baggy hoodie? Like what's
No,
happening?
it's a fucking
No,
hoodie.
but
He
it's
tucked
like
it
a
in.
thin
It's a schmedium.
material hoodie.
Oh god.
It's probably
It looks
like
so stupid.
it's bad.
Immediately makes the TGL irrelevant. I'm sorry. You start doing that. I'm sorry. You're done. Any
Well,
hope you
people
had
say,
is gone.
You know, it's
That's fine.
Tigers, so you have to respect it. I don't agree with that.
What the fuck does that mean? He puts his fucking boots on and pants on the same way we do. Fuck that guy.
He may not put them on the same way. As
No,
a
he
But when he
probably
puts
has
them
somebody do
on,
it.
he
probably has
is
somebody do it for
greatness.
him. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No, Tiger's low key a nerd. I believe this like forever.
He
I
absolutely
think
is a
he's
nerd.
He is a huge nerd.
I wasn't going to share this story, but now that you guys are calling him a nerd, I got to share it.
Nerd.
So
I'm
it
not
was either a
calling him
Ryder,
nerd. I think
it
he's
was
been
either a
nerd
Ryder
forever.
Cup or a President's Cup. Instead
a
of
nerd.
going and like partying with the team, he had a limo drive him around with a PlayStation in it, and he played
Nerd.
video games the entire time.
which
Nerd.
is sick. I mean, I would do the same thing. That's cool.
Nerd.
But and I'm a nerd too. Don't get me wrong. Huge
Nerd.
nerd. Would
Yeah.
never attempt to tuck it.
Wouldn't.
Ooh, I got the mats going right now.
Yeah, you
Whoa.
sure do. You're welcome.
Whoa.
You got to keep
I would
up,
never
bud.
tuck a hoodie in.
What again? I'm just so confused. Was it a short sleeve hoodie? Was it a long sleeve?
Long
I'll
sleeve
send
hoodie.
you the photo of it.
Yeah.
It's just a
Please
fucking
do
hoodie.
because I'm okay.
It's not
fuck
good.
It. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just doing. I don't
And
normally
oddly
do this,
enough, it
but I'm gonna
doesn't
do
look that bad on him
Tiger hoodie.
because Tiger's built.
He is built like a shit brick, like a
Well,
goddamn
Bill-
God,
linebacker.
listen. No, my God, stop it. He's
Tiger Woods is a
6 foot
built
tall.
man.
No, he's not. 6 foot tall, about 185
foot.
pounds at most. He's got no fucking legs, and he's got sort of a chest, and he's got some arms.
But
He's
he
not
has
built with
always
legs.
had a perfect V taper his whole career.
Yeah.
He's got no legs.
Clothes look good on Tiger.
No legs.
Tiger's jacked.
You don't need
Yeah.
legs.
Well, yeah, you sort of do.
Well, Tiger kind of lost a leg, if you guys recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
LIV Golf. You guys want to talk about it?
Nope.
I got to pee soon, but yes.
Okay. LIV Golf. They had their promotional event. Good old Lee Chapo earns his LIV Golf status
That's
for
awesome.
2025 by winning this. Now, I'm very confused because I'll be the first one to admit I have not been following their Q school, so to speak. Is like last year, multiple people got picked from their promotional event.
3.
This year, there was only one.
Mhm.
So is there another event? Am I missing something here?
Now they have
doesn't
the
make sense.
international series. They take the winner from the international series. They take the Q school, and they can totally arbitrarily decide how many spots they want based on who they're bringing in.
They had
probably
some
got a
good
couple of
guys on that list too. They had Fred Biondi from North Carolina.
Oh,
he
Fred
was
Biondi.
on there. Yeah.
Who?
That's the only one I recognized.
All right, no idea who
You
that is.
recognize that?
Yeah, Fred Biondi. He was UNC's like best player.
Oh, that's cool.
Geez,
Um,
you're in the know.
And then they probably got a couple of guys coming out of college or amateur golf or something like that.
Well,
that
that's
they
the other
can
thing
spot.
that Kevin Na did a little steal of a young Korean phenom, 20 years old. His name is Yulben Yang.
Mhm.
I hope I pronunciated that correctly.
What you did it?
Yulben Yang.
Pronunciated it?
Yeah, pronunciated it.
Pronounced?
Pronunciate.
Okay.
Pronunciated.
Say it again. I don't know.
Pronunciations.
Pronunciations.
So we also have which, by the way, I love these radical lefties because they just on this LIV side, these guys are fucking delusional. It's fucking great. They're like, this is the biggest LIV Golf signing in the history because now you have a South Korean golfer, and this is going to bring in South Korean LIV Golf. And they're going to play events in South Korea now and all this and that. And they're just like living up the fact that Tony Finau decided not to go.
Yeah,
So it's just,
there's still less notoriety than they had 2 seconds ago.
yeah, nobody knows who the fuck this kid is other than if
Nobody
you're
knows
from
who
South Korea.
95% of who these people are. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Is like,
I mean, have you
even
ever
if-
heard of Lee Chi Po?
No,
No.
and to be honest, ooh, I got damn. Oh, I did test the new ping driver today. It's awesome. Question for you:
Yeah.
do you believe how many of the current LIV staff, so the roster, how many of them do you believe will be welcomed back to the PGA Tour?
I think 30% of them.
30%. Now, how many players is that?
No idea.
Okay, that's good talk. So like 15%, 15 guys.
Which, Buttsy, here goes to my point that you will be signed in no time because you got the brand new shaft from KBS, and they told me that they were going to send that to me once it came out for the driver. Never received it.
I got another one. You can have it. It's a
Leftovers.
TX though. I don't think we need. We're looking to.
TX.
We're looking to downgrade our horsepower.
Core extra Steve.
Could be good for Brent. Although
I
he
know
doesn't
a guy.
struggle to drive the golf ball, he just needs to learn how to
Nope.
putt. So
I know how to putt now. Do you know a guy named Will? Will?
Will.
Maybe.
All right. So the other big news with LIV Golf is a potential Fox Sports TV deal is back in the works. Remember,
Oh, really?
before they went to the CW, which the CW dropped them. So they go, we're not taking your money anymore. We're no longer going to have a deal. That happened.
Okay.
So the CW is like, we're done. So now LIV Golf is going back out and seeking new TV deals, which means that LIV Golf is going to pay whatever TV station. And so Fox Sports,
Whoa.
they're back in negotiations with them again.
They
That's
pay to be on Fox Sports?
They paid to be on the CW.
Well, that's usually the opposite of how that goes.
Yeah.
Usually a network pays to put you on.
That is correct.
Now, fee now that's over, right?
Yeah.
That never happened.
Well, we said it was happening.
No, we never said it was happening. We said that he was in negotiations.
Okay, that's
Which
fair.
means
Which
his
was
agent
accurate.
was in negotiations. So wait, so Fox Sports, which I believe Fox is owned by Disney, is that right?
No, that's ABC.
How many people are watching right now?
485,000.
Yeah.
3 people.
Seriously?
No.
I was like, wow, man, we're getting bad at this. I thought,
Let's do a giveaway for them. My God.
yeah, it's like, thanks, guys. Fuck, I guess we're lost touch. But so hold on. So they're gonna get on Fox Sports and do what exactly?
Shit. That's almost gone.
They're gonna show their stuff out there on Fox Sports. So they're gonna pay Fox Sports, which is part of the deal, because yeah, the option for the 3rd year was not exercised with the CW, which was the CW's call.
All right. Well, I hate to say this, but I think that means absolutely nothing.
Fox Sports, I will say this. It's a lot better of a fit than the CW was. But I always watch LIV Golf on the LIV Golf app. I think the LIV Golf Plus app is phenomenal. Like,
it is.
I think
It's
if the
really
PGA
good.
Tour did an app like that, it'd be great.
It's really good. It's interactive. Like, you can pick basically what you want to see. It's good.
I mean, so is this going to be like, well, okay, so because they do NFL, right? Fox Sports does NFL as well.
NFL.
Fox Sports does not. No,
they don't.
No, they do baseball and they do college football.
And they do
F1?
the US Open, right?
Yeah, FS1.
Oh, okay, that's right. Now I remember. Okay, so
now Fox
is Joe Buck
does
going to
NFL.
be? Is Joe Buck going to be doing?
Hell no.
Oh.
No. This has nothing to do with Fox providing like promotional support, ad support, or any type of production around it. Which normally when these broadcasts, like for instance, if the PGA Tour was to have, remember when the US Open was on Fox and it was an absolute debacle because of the broadcast team? Fox put those people in that place because that was the deal with the PGA Tour, that they were going to do the commentary, the broadcast, all the promotion around it, everything, right? And the PGA Tour was going to get paid money for allowing them to do that. That's normally how these TV deals work. However, with LIV Golf, they do not have the amount of viewers and so forth in order to entice a network to pay them. So they have to try to pay to get a network slot.
That makes sense.
On a particular channel. So that's what they're working. And by the way, they tried to do this with Fox Sports before going to the CW the first time. However, there was so much political drama that even what's his face from Fox was like, yeah, we're not going to do that, because Fox was very much so along the lines of, we're interested, but that didn't happen. And now they're kind of back to square one, where I would say the LIV Golf product is better now than it was when it started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair to say. The broadcast is better. They know what they're doing a little bit better. The teams are more established. You have even more teams where you got John Rahm with Legion 13 and everything. So,
I mean, is there a way to beta test that with a major network without going all
I think
in?
they
Like,
did with CW. I mean, honestly, the way this breaks down is essentially, are these players doing enough on their own to promote their own teams, to promote themselves, to get more people to watch? Because it doesn't seem as though in the United States anyways, that you can do anything but social media promote, because you're not going to be able to get anything out there on the airwaves other than social media. So I'm not an expert, but I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. That's basically how the PGA Tour was able to keep them off of TV until they signed with CW.
That's it for me.
The other massive deal that we got to see a bit tonight with the match, and everybody that's with LIV and even Bryson has been talking this up, is his team deal with Reebok. Now, if
Back
you
in the 49% owner.
If you say that this is anything beyond that Reebok wanted to sponsor Bryson and like they had to sponsor the entire team because they wanted Bryson, there's no other reason why Reebok is sponsoring the Crushers. Okay. It's just so that they could sponsor Bryson.
He got him $2 million. He got him $2 million each. So this is how he's funding the team. This is what he's supposed to do. This is what they're supposed to do. They're responsible for funding their teams.
Didn't Reebok try this with Shaq back in the day too?
He owns 49% of them.
Shaq does?
Yes.
No, so Reebok. Like
I found out tonight that Greg Norman was with Reebok back in the day. Mm-hmm. John Daly was with Reebok back in the day. You've got who else was one of the guys? But Bryson brought that up on the match today. To bring in some nostalgia.
All of it has failed.
Yeah, because guess what? Reebok sucks.
Right.
Did you see Bryson's golf shoes tonight? They look fucking hideous. They look hideous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think those guys care. I mean, the Bryson getting paid, I think it was something like $60 million or something like that by Reebok, and then he got $2 million for each one of his teammates. I mean, fuck.
They fucked up a huge opportunity, Reebok did, because Reebok built its name in the 90s it might have been in the late 80s on the pump. Remember?
Oh, look at this. What timing from Trot. Michael Chang, the pump tennis ball shoes.
So like I'm saying, so they had the pump, and they re-released the pump to the public like 2 years ago. And it was hot for like a month, and like Hypebeast had a fucking pair on their website, blah, blah. And they were showing it off for a little bit, and then Reebok went right back to the wayside. If you're going to launch in golf, at least like take your Starship product and get the guys out there and give it a chance. But right now, like, there's nobody going to go buy fucking Reebok.
No.
Nobody's going to buy Reebok. Good for you, Bryson.
Yeah, good for you. You got your
just
you
like
got
every
some
other
bank.
player that they
got some gear.
Tried to launch their brand without doing a re-innovation of the product. Act like I know this shit, but I'm just speaking from what I've seen over the last fucking 30 years.
Very nice. Very nice. I mean, so hold on, and I guess this is what I'm a little confused about.
You're always confused.
Well, that's
you really say that a lot.
Yeah.
Permanently. Well, it's because it's
you
just confusing.
You do say that you're confused. At
the
least
poor guy.
I'm not a smart guy. I'm not a smart man.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
are.
what you want from me.
Actually, I think he's correct on this one, Buttsy.
No, thank you, Steve. I'm not smart. I know that I don't know shit.
He's correct.
we have related him directly to Forrest Gump, and I think it tracks.
It does track.
I'm at him. He was a mayor.
But I know what golf is.
He ran fast.
I gotta find Bubba.
Gotta find Bubba. Oh my god, that's fantastic.
What point were you attempting to make before you got absolutely ridiculed?
The question for me is like, so Nike clearly is able to make their own golf shoe for whomever, a Rory or a Scotty or a Tiger or any of their top guys. So if Bryson is their only staff player, and they've got patents and rubber and ability to make a good shoe, is it possible that Bryson's smart enough to get with their R&D guys and be like, hey, this is what we need. This is what we're looking for.
But that's not what you want.
No?
No.
And it
now you're
becomes
gonna
a successful golf shoe?
You're going to get a fucking nerd shoe, and it's going to get doubled down with a nerd designing it. Like, now you got a double nerd shoe. Like, it's not going to speak to the public. Come out with the goddamn Reebok pump, put some spikes on it, call it a fucking day.
Oh no, Brian Shane, that's dirty. That's dirty pool. But Brent knows what a bogey is. Oh,
say that?
No.
I mean, I'm not really sure.
Oh.
Now you're trying to hurt the young man.
We all play.
By the way,
it's okay.
Before we came on air tonight, Brent was raving about a 65 today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and imagine if Brent played against Brian and like took everything that he's got.
I was giving 11
it's
shots.
hard to hate on a guy that
I was giving 11
absolutely
shots
beat
today. The guy shot 78.
Trying to stick up for him. I
And
feel
I
like a
beat the
big brother right
shit
now.
out
Don't
of
talk
him.
about my brother like that.
Only we're allowed to pick on him.
You don't talk about him like that. Mom
Only
and
I
me
can-
are
only
allowed
I
to pick on him.
Only we get to shit all over him. You can't shit on him.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's normal shit right there.
Only me and Mama.
Oh God, that's funny.
And that, your Mama.
Yeah, I am.
Cookie and Buttsy. Back at it again.
Oh God.
Motherfucker.
We're your bodyguards out here. All right. Moving on.
What
Guys,
are
we got
moving on to? I'm just
we got
curious.
absolutely nothing left. I mean, this is
Is there anything
once
with the
again-
deal going on? I feel like there was something about a deal.
Do we
No,
know if
there
Pat
was-
Perez is still playing golf?
Who is?
Is Pat still playing golf?
I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask
Yeah,
him?
why don't you pick up the fucking phone?
What the fuck?
All you
God,
got to do is call him.
It's a tough thing. Like
It's not a tough thing. You guys are supposed to be friends.
we'll talk about life, but like I don't want to talk about like I don't want to be like I don't want to set him up to just be
Dude,
like,
all
what
you
the
got to
fuck
do
you
is
know?
ask him, go, hey, Pat, when you playing again?
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, that's a tough deal. I don't want to do that.
Are you afraid he's going to be like, you son of a bitch?
Well,
you
that's
know
what
I'm
yeah,
not playing.
Now I'm the antagonist. Oh, you're just like everybody else. What,
Oh
you
my
still playing?
fucking gosh. Like, who gives a fuck? That guy and his ego can take a fucking hike if that's his response. Hey, Pat, when are you playing next?
Pat
Take a
needs to
hike
go.
is a really
Pat needs to go
fucking
smoke some
underrated
bufo
statement.
down in
What the
Tulum.
Fuck. Are you kidding me? Jesus. The dude's made fucking millions after millions after millions of dollars playing great golf for 20 fucking years, hits the fucking lottery, makes a shitload of money, and he still has to stick up his ass. Give me a fucking break.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he does.
Ask him. Find the fuck out.
I don't want to know.
Okay, now what the fuck? You just
God, I
asked.
just went in the bathroom to piss, and she's in there, and she's looking at me, and I was like,
She's in there.
I am so sorry. I did not want to plan to get drunk again tonight, but my God, here we
yeah.
are.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you
here
like,
we
Claude?
Now
are.
this is mild compared to where we've been.
Hey,
in the
we're
Oh,
2 minutes.
yeah,
We're 2
this
minutes and
isn't
10
even close.
seconds away from the time where we just say whatever the fuck we want.
Well,
I was
normally
gonna get
that's
into
about the
those-
time that I just cut it. I'll like search for the point to where I start to hear Buttsy slur, and I'll just cut
No,
everything
that's
from
no
that
slurring
point
tonight. I'm
forward.
drinking White Claws, so that's not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
happen.
you're good. You just have to piss a lot when you do that.
I could do this for the next 48 hours and be pretty
For sure.
fine.
That's
But I did find out. I think I have a theory on the New Jersey drones.
their
Oh.
drones.
You want to get into that? Because
I-
No, we
not
can't.
yet,
We have
but maybe that's
we have
the
2
end
minutes
when we're
left.
done.
We have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes.
we
have
do
to
not
wait.
have 2 minutes
What
left.
is-
Yeah,
It's a
after the
2-minute
2 hour
warning.
mark, we just say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, no. Oh, well, no. We can start doing that now.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right, 1 minute and 58. Okay, 1 hour and 58 minutes.
So
Okay.
I've been wondering about this because I'm actually flying back on Friday to New York, and
Yeah.
I'm flying into Newark. So I'm actually very curious because I've been following this whole drone situation. Is this Project Bluebeam, or is this?
No,
Are we searching for a nuclear warhead
Yes.
that actually went missing?
it's not a missing weapon. It is.
I heard it
think
came
it's-
over from Ukraine.
It,
Oh
it
my
could either
God.
be from Russia or North Korea.
Boy, it's almost like there's a distraction, so nobody sees what the fucking Biden administration are doing before January 6th.
And I was just going to go to Brent's point, or it is a test so that if and when that is a real security issue, maybe it's not yet, but when a backpack nuke shows up on U.S. soil or it's reconfigured on U.S. soil, we want to see what the public's going to do when we start flying a group of drones out to look for it. What's the extent of their freak out before people start getting in their cars? Because we're not going to tell them, oh my God, that would be mass hysteria, right? We're not going to tell them, hey, here's what we're looking for, and these are why they're flying over your house. You better get up and get out of there. We're not going to do that. So
I think we should. I think we just need to like get after it.
It's like, for me, here's where I'm at on it after everything I've seen on Instagram, which is the foremost source of information, which is 100% fact.
Almost held it there.
And there's a lot of YouTube clips coming out from, like defecting defense operatives that remain anonymous that want to talk about it. But the guys that design these things are saying these are sniffer drones. And one of two things is happening. They're either practicing sniffing for a weapon or we're actively looking for one.
I'm sorry. Are we?
But have you heard of Project Blue Beam?
Oh, absolutely. I know all about Blue Beam. Yeah.
What?
And
What
then
is
the
this?
false flag that Blue Beam is and
What?
creating. Dude, like what they did at was it Jaguar Stadium when they showed off like what they could do, where the fucking Jaguars dancing around the stadium and it looks real as fuck in the sky, and they're like, oh wow, and it disappeared into a portal, and they're like, oh, well, wow, that was cool. Well, imagine that for all the fucking Bible thumpers, and they show Jesus Christ off in the fucking sky, tell you that the end of the world is coming, and we freak out. So that's Blue Beam. Blue Beam is an absolute show.
Yeah, so think of Independence Day, the movie, and they're going to stage that, is basically what they're saying.
Exactly what it is.
We have this alien technology that they're going to stage a war so that a new world order can take over.
See, and I'm looking out my window right now. Like, could a sniper be over there right now because I'm talking about this?
What is that red dot on your nose?
What?
It's on your cheek now.
Oh, you're being funny. Okay, like the gun. Okay. Yeah. No, but the drones, people are saying like these are off-planet vehicles. It's like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. These are not off-planet vehicles. These
in a week, it'll be a completely different distraction.
Well, Trump came out and said it. He's like, the U.S. military, I don't know why they're not telling people because I'm not the president yet and they haven't briefed me on what we're doing, but they know exactly what the fuck that is, where it came from.
They definitely know.
Doing it.
I mean, so walk me through.
Yeah.
So the fact that there are a bunch of drones in the air, is that
like thousands of drones, Brent?
Okay.
And they run, and so as I understand it, they run, and this has been developed like 20 years ago, but they're testing it right now. And like I said, it's either to test or it's a live fire incident where they're actually looking for something.
I think that's the most plausible.
Or
is that they're looking for something.
Bunch of
with
thousands of drones.
They're sniffing for gamma rays. So, like, even if you put a nuke in a suitcase covered in lead, it doesn't matter. It's going to emit.
They're sniffing for. Who said that?
So there's been some drone experts.
That's the word that they
do
use.
Some contracting, and they were talking about that there are drones out there that can actually, as Buttsy was mentioning,
and
sniffing for like they can sense radiation. So if there's a large amount of radiation in an area, they can hone in on if there's a nuclear weapon somewhere.
So they go out
and they're saying that these are the type of drones that are flying.
You can tell Brent is not on the internet.
No, he's not.
He's got no clue.
He's not.
Also, the only one of the three that actually, has even remote actual intelligence when it comes to.
We need to get Brent's wife on here because she's the one that does the social media accounts. Guarantee you, she knows exactly what we're talking about.
I'll elaborate a little bit more. So, like, even more so, people are like, "Oh, they have these like antennas sticking out of them," and it's like, well, yeah, they're operating with like what's the word I'm looking for? Bandwidths that can't be hacked, right? So they need that antenna to communicate so that nothing can fucking,
So again,
you know what I mean?
why is not a smart man? Why? So how do we know that these are the drones that are flying?
Well, because they don't look like alien aircraft.
Well,
First of
no.
all,
But I understand. But we're saying that there have been experts, quote unquote, drone experts, that are saying that there are drones out there that can do this. By the way, again, you slap a Geiger counter on a banana, and it could sense radiation.
It's not a
What is
Geiger
what is
counter,
a
but
Geiger counter?
A
Geiger counter picks up radiation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
You should throw that on a banana and see what happens.
So
well,
here's
it's the
the
Geiger
point,
counter,
Brent.
that's fine,
The
so-
point is, why the fuck are these things flying? And people are getting
because
mad
there are
about it.
there are a ton of people that own
Hang on.
drones. And
No,
they're-
but like people are
No.
getting mad. People are getting mad that they're not getting an explanation. And the only explanation
Mhm.
for not getting an explanation is that we can't tell you because if you knew what we were looking for, it would cause a massive exodus.
not how that works.
Massive.
Yeah,
And I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that there are enough satellites in the sky that can do the sort of radiation. Well, thank you. But if you just look up who manufactures most of our drones, it's the Chinese.
So
Our drone technology pales in comparison to the Chinese drone.
correct,
drone
and they're
technology.
not going to fly these things. They're not going to allow these things to fly over U.S. airspace, especially in the thousands. I watched a time lapse video today of, and you can see them canvassing. They come out and they're in rows and they go over an area and then they go this way and that way. And then like a grid pattern, right? Like they're looking for, so it's clear that they're scanning basically. Um, the United States military is not going to allow a foreign adversary to fly 1,000 fucking aerial vehicles over the homeland in the path of domestic flight paths and fly low. Nothing flies that low, and allow it to happen without fucking shooting it out of the sky immediately. So
Except for you mean that, like,
100%.
there we go. See, after the 2 hour marks, that's when we start doing shit like this. See, told you.
so yeah. So it's either a test. It's like a fire drill,
Definitely a fire drill.
or there's a real threat.
Dude,
Brent, are you looking this up on your phone?
right now, yeah, this is ridiculous, dude.
Well, you got a couple hours of research to do there to get back to where
definitely
everybody
do.
else is at off Instagram.
No, I'm on
I forgot
fucking
to
YouTube.
take the filter off.
I'm on YouTube.
No, not a, get on X.
No,
YouTube filters everything way too fast.
Yes.
I just don't give a shit. So, anyways, oh boy, here's the bottom line. If you're
I
gonna
would like
talk
to-
about drones flying in their thousands together, right? We're talking about swarms of drones. Is that what we're
Yeah.
saying? Okay,
Barkley
it's been
even
going
brought
on
it
for a
up
long
tonight
time.
on the match. He's
that's
like,
what he should have over Vegas. So they
no,
can film more.
he's like, because they had some drones out there, like covering some of the coverage with cameras. And Barkley's like, looks like you guys grabbed a couple of the drones from New Jersey tonight and brought them over here.
That's great
what's
commentary.
special-
Did they
so
say
what's
that?
Special
Yeah.
about what's
Oh, did
special
they?
about New
Yeah.
Jersey?
Good.
Barkley's a goddamn national treasure.
Hey, they
By
got some of
far,
them
he
New
was the only
Jersey
thing that I
drones.
was interested in.
He's hilarious.
They got the Jersey drones watching the golfers. Everybody don't freak out.
Ooh, head covers.
I love Paige Baranik's head covers.
Moving on.
I got a beep.
I heard that too. And we're back. What are we doing here, Maddie?
No, but the worst thing in the world would be
Go. Nice.
if it's a real threat and
So here's the
this
issue,
fucker
right?
blows
So
up on New
there
Year's
is
Eve or
no.
some shit.
If you think about every instance where we talk about, well, you can't either confirm nor deny it, right? We always assume that well, if you can't if you can't confirm it or if you can't deny it, then it's then you obviously are.
Then it's obviously
assuming,
aliens.
Well, then it's obviously it exists, right? It's like Delta Force. Like everybody knows Delta Force exists, and yet they can neither confirm nor deny. However, when it comes to apparent swarms of drones, that, by the way, most of us just look with, none of us have seen it with our own eyes, right? Only these people that have apparently filmed
Thousands
them.
and thousands and thousands of people have seen it.
Exactly. Thousands of people.
Thousands.
Yeah.
So
it's
are
fucking
assuming real. And based I'm not saying it's not real. What I'm saying is that based on the footage, you have people inferring on what may or may not be happening in the State Department and Homeland Security and all of these other FBI
are
and so on and
denying
so forth
it.
are responsible for basically telling us what the fuck is happening.
Right.
Could it simply be that, oh, by the way, there's a bunch of other shit going on over here that we don't want you to focus on, so we're going to give you this little thing and put it up in a random fucking place like New Jersey? Oh, by the way,
No.
if you want to blow something up, it ain't going to be fucking New Jersey.
Well, you don't know what assets New Jersey has on the ground from a military perspective. Like, we don't know that. So, like, there could
Yes, I
be
do.
something massive there. And if that's where this shit got put together, let's say 5 parts of a nuclear bomb got flown into the country or smuggled into the country in pieces, reassembled. And
I
the
didn't
Department
realize
of
we were in a
Defense-
fucking 24 TV episode.
Well, it's just crazy, What I can tell you what they're not going to do. They're not going to come out on the mainstream news and say there may be a nuclear weapon.
No, of course not. But why is that? Why did that immediately get brought up? Because some expert said that they're probably sniffing for radiation.
He identified them.
Yeah,
The guy identified.
He said that he's a drone expert and
He
said
did.
that
He said
they
we
were.
built these for Ukraine,
Uh-huh.
and we've been doing this in Ukraine for the last 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
and
12
now-
years.
yeah, like these swarms have been searching Ukraine for eons. We're doing it here now, and don't be afraid. Rather, be comfortable in the fact that we have shit that's making sure that you're safe.
Mm.
So the other thing that I saw that I want to get your guys' take on is I saw on Twitter or X, that the Pope is going to be opening up 3 doors to a portal on Christmas Eve. You guys see this?
Is that a thing?
It's a real thing.
Explain
And
that.
apparently the one door that really opens up this portal, apparently, it was like a headline. And sure enough, the one door, which is like named after a saint or whatever, is they have cement bricks in front of it that has sealed the door shut. This is the first time that it's ever happened to where they're going to open up these 3 doors in the Vatican, and it's going to open a portal, according to the Pope.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about this? Like, what do you think is going to come through this portal?
And what are we activating?
That's a great question. Like, that's what I think we want to know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like,
I mean,
why?
at this
First of all,
point-
why would you cement shut a door so that it would never be opened again? And now you're going to destroy that, and you're going to open that door along with 2 other doors that apparently open up this portal on Christmas Eve.
Well, if you know anything about history, and this is kind of crazy, these things have been prophesized for a very long time. Like, this is
not that.
It's not new news. Like,
Not
no, I mean, like, and I'm not trying to be a weirdo. You go back to like Nostradamus, but we're right on the timestamp where this shit was supposed to start going down, like this kind of crazy shit. And
Not that.
let's see, let's see. I hope I get abducted though.
That would be cool. I mean, at least we could interview you. You could be like, yeah, I got an anal probe. I got
Be
this.
like Cartman.
Who knows?
Cartman with the fucking satellite fucking shooting out of his ass.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
That's
look
weird,
this up, Buttsy. Look this up. Look
the liberal
the
crack
Pope
that's what he's on.
opening up 3 doors to a portal.
I'm kind of afraid to type that in my phone. I don't want some people to show up at my house, Hey,
all over the place.
I don't know
what
why
do you
we're
know?
paying it. I don't know why we're paying attention to anything that guy does.
Okay.
Sorry.
There you have it.
No,
Dynamite drop in, Brent.
no
Yeah,
patience.
hell of just an absolute.
No patience for that motherfucker. Sorry.
I've also noticed that in the midst of our psychotic conversation here, nobody's been commenting for a while.
Trot did.
Trot's been asking questions, but everybody else is
Drugs
pretty
is
much
the
gone.
Philippine.
He's
is what
engaged.
Trot asked. Yeah. So
Well, you saw the news camera. I don't know if you saw this footage. So everybody says, they say, well, we always have this footage, and it's by some goddamn cell phone. And it looks like shit. And there was a 48-second clip from a news crew in Jersey that videotaped an orb 2 nights ago. And it literally looked like the biblical thing.
yes, I did see that.
The shit's spinning around. It's fireballs. It's like, it's not. Okay, if that's a drone,
Yeah.
there were drones. There's drones.
Like-
there's this
like-
shit
There's
over
definitely
here.
drones, like regular
Like
drones,
the
but then there's
propeller-
some weirder shit that's out there
Like
too.
There's
the
some weird
propeller
shit
has
going on,
lights
too.
on the end of it.
So I watched a whole podcast last night of a guy that used to work
Oh,
for the
God,
Department
here
of
we go.
Defense. And he said it's hard to discern. People get hysterical because we throw up our assets in times of hysteria, and like we're doing now. But also, from what we can tell based on like 100 years of UAP and UFO research, these things don't necessarily care about us, but they show up in times of crisis, like the crazy shit. It almost like, and the guy put it this way, he said, almost like a zookeeper. Like
Yeah.
they show up when weird shit's going on. And now we're getting to the point where human technology has got shit in the air, and they're in the air, and now you're trying to discern, well, there's the crazy shit, that thing, and like that looks like it's made by us, but what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
But that is a biblical thing, that little orb,
It is 100%.
and it's identical to
And
what
it's
they
only a
describe.
biblical
And
thing because they
True.
saw that shit.
Where in
Yeah.
the Bible?
listen, it's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's the prophet Ezekiel. But anyways, the
Actually, that
orb
might be accurate.
Is that actually accurate?
That
Yes.
might be accurate. Yeah.
Then why'd you ask us, you asshole? Was that a rhetorical
because you guys
question?
are fucking exactly because you guys fucking kill me.
Because
Fucking-
dad knows.
You could no, not dad. I read it myself.
Yeah, but your dad
Yeah,
knows.
but
and I
Dad
know he shared
knows.
some shit with you.
Not
Papa Grant. I played golf with Papa Grant.
Not
Yeah,
that.
that
Grant
guy was on a.
knows.
That,
Do you
just
have
to
any
let
idea how
everybody
easy
know,
it is? How easy it is to put lights on the end
Brent's
of a
dad
propeller and make
spent
it spin really
30
fast?
years on a nuclear submarine, and he's seen some shit.
Yeah. Let
And
me
he
tell
will
you,
not tell you what that shit is because I tried to get it out of him.
Brett
there's not
might be
enough
having a
whiskey
little
on the
brother
planet
after
for
that
him to
golf round
expose
because
that
Mama Grant was out there with Papa Grant. Man, that next day, Papa Grant was he was
55 years
booked.
old.
He was booked.
Oh yeah, oh yes.
Mama Grant was loving what she was seeing out there by Papa Grant.
She liked what she saw.
She's like, "Oh, Papa Grant, you
Bitch.
looking good. You swing smooth, Papa Grant."
Oh,
So I'm
son
kind
a
of sitting here going, all right, dude, at this point, let some shit go down. Like, I'm done
I
hearing
think,
about it.
guys.
I
guys,
hope by the first of the year we've had some wild stuff go down that we could talk about on the pod.
Yeah.
I hope
If we're still alive.
that all
Yeah.
of the positive things financially and in this country can improve to where we all are much happier and much more safe and
Okay.
less worried about drones.
Get it, Brent. You got this. Great job. Great job, Brent.
Paper gets down.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
A-Town.
Is
Damn.
that it?